Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's streaming presentation. Oh, I'm not going to blame Twitch, not this time. I did have to refresh just before going fully live because quality options weren't working. So I suspect it might have been literally that the raid message popped in at the moment I refreshed, so I just missed it. So it's the totally original and popular thing to blame Twitch, but I think this one might have been on me. Despite my whining earlier. And I only realized that just now. But I'm back, I'm live. I still have that cough. How's everyone doing today? Then yeah, that might very well be exactly the timing, Drevels. And also, hello Belay, hello Hunt, hello Ray, hello Drevils, hello Poxon. And that's the list for the moment. At least I think. Yeah. How are all of you doing today? Ooh, caustic. Kind of waiting to see how dinner settles for tonight. Other than that, I am feeling better than yesterday. The raid happened just about a minute after you got the... Yeah, then it's probably on my refresh timing. Because, yeah, it refused to push it live. I didn't see it go live, so I refreshed to see if I got the options. Saw the options, but I think I refreshed just into the raid. Now then, let me get to Steam. Ah, Boxon! I haven't been on Steam all day, thank you too much. Just for reference. Thank you. Because you're right, I've been curious about that one for a while. Not like it made the raid disappear. Exactly. The raid did trigger, that's the main thing. Now, I do hope my throat behaves better today than it did yesterday. I know a lot of you said you couldn't hear it in my voice, but I noticed it especially in some of the voices I did for characters like Mueller and Zin, because I tried for a deeper register there, and I noticed that I was really struggling to reach an actual depth to my voice. And okay, Vader, how about we play an hour of it at some point today? Could do. For now, though, I think I should start up Trails in the Sky the Third. Unless you want to claim it immediately. In which case, yeah, I'd either prefer to do it at the very start or at the very end of the stream, Boxon. Just to make sure that I can easily split the segments of the stream apart for any VOD uploads for YouTube. Your call. It needs to install anyway. Let me see. No, technically I'm actually working right now. I may need to go and do stuff at any moment. Then, yeah. Shall we just see how your day treats you, and we'll decide based on that then, Poxon? Until then, I will just cheerfully start up Trails in the Sky the Third. We have plenty to do in that as well. Very good. And once again, thank you so much for the gift game. Hugely appreciate. Oh, hiccups. Happy hiccups. It's a new game for nauseous people. It replaces Hungry Hippos. Spiritfarer, okay, Vader. Boxon just sent that my way. Yeah, small backlog, but we are definitely going to be taking care of Tita and Agate. Because there's a very good reason for that. Hi, Al. So, let's immediately go to that moon door. I was kind of curious, but I really shouldn't be buying games right now too much. I know that feeling. Unless it's a game from a series that I love or a game that is very obviously something that I will most definitely play. I don't buy myself too many games out of curiosity at the moment. If that makes sense. But, I mean, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I mean, exactly, Bella. I mean, at the moment there's only one game I'm really dubious about potentially buying or not. And that's the Japanese version of Trails into Reverie, Hajimari no Kiseki. Because there is a fairly good overlay translation program thing that a bunch of people have been working on, so I could grab the Japanese version and get at least the basic impression of the games. On the other hand, I could also be a patient individual and bloody well just bloody wait until the official version is out in translation. But Vader was kind enough to link me a Japanese Amazon page where it was sold for less than it would cost me retail. Yeah, I know your opinion. I'm just very torn. Also, I'm apparently 80 today. I'll sit on it for a little bit yet, Vader. But that's about the only game that I'm really in doubt about, because, well, it's a Trails game. Chances of me playing that are 100%. Let's be entirely honest here. There's no chance that I'm skipping out on a Trails experience. Unless it's Trails of the shared game, and even that Falcon will probably make amazing somehow. Anyway, who's ready for a moon door? Bring to me the girls killed in Auburn, accompanied by an ever-burning flame. In other words, Tita and Agate. I'm just trying not to spend too much. It's been a very expensive couple of months, and I'm trying to keep things a little bit under control. Mind you, the help of the community has defrayed a lot of those costs. So I'm not in any kind of danger, just want to be sensible. Right, who's ready to see Erica Russell go completely off every handle she can find? Also, is the game properly displayed? My OBS is acting wonky. Should probably have checked earlier. Thank you. I can't believe I'm going through with this. Should never have given into pressure and promised to come here once a month in the first place. Agate, social behavior is not a bad thing. And I know that's filthy rich coming from me, but it's not a bad thing. And to adjust my schedule all the time just so I can come all this way, he's such a pain in the ass. Also, by the way, did I say hi, El, yet? If not, hi, El. I'm sorry, El. But, well, I do owe her, I guess. What the hell? I just felt this horrible chill run down my spine. What was that for? I believe you caught the attention of Margarita. This is a joke only players of Trails of Cold Steel will get. Right, Vader? Okay, then. Doesn't seem like I caught a cold or anything. Probably not a big deal. Still one of my favourite moments in Cold Steel 1, that one, Vader. Oh god, why does it feel like everything's gone cold and hell has opened up? Well, that's everything switched that needs to be. The machine guns are new models, so they could probably do some tweaking. That's all of its armament strengthened. Its mobility is up 16% because of all the work we did through the night, you know. Okay, I think we should leave it like this for now and take some data as is before we start doing anything else. Works for me. Ordinarily, we just settle for testing whether it can perform basic actions at this stage and then call it a day. But, thanks to all of Tita's help, it's ended up relatively complete for a prototype. Alright, enjoy the look. I think we could probably get away with doing a simple combat test using it even. And we should too. After all, it so happens that we have the perfect guinea pig for it coming. Erica, being a helicopter mom is problematic. Being you is worse. You should probably have that looked at. Mom! Dad! Morning, Tita. Did you sleep well? Yeah, I'm feeling great. But, all I can picture in my mind is the sight of that red-haired hooligan crawling on the ground after getting the beating of a lifetime by the orbital gear. I can hardly wait to see it in real life, too. Mom! Keep trying to tell you that Agate's really not a bad person. Hey, Troll. Don't take what she's saying to heart, Tita. Even though you probably should, and should probably call someone for help. She could probably stand to discuss the issue a bit more tactfully, but I'm sure all she wants is to find out exactly what Agate's doing trying to worm his way to you in the first place. So yeah, Dan seemed reasonable until this point. Oh boy, even Dad seems to have him wrong. Okay, let me explain this one more time. He might be sort of rude and blunt, and he does grumble every time he has to do something, and he has a bad habit of scaring people off easily, but he's actually a kind, good person, I swear. Really now? I'm starting to get a little worried about him too. Yeah, you weren't helping, Tita. What? Why? I keep saying he's really a nice person. Alright, time to go and get things ready. I'll leave the final adjustments to you, Dan. I've got something to take care of elsewhere. You're going, then? That I am. I've heard more than enough. Something has to be done. Yes, you. A big slap to the face. I know it's being played for comic relief, but I genuinely don't like Erica Russell. She gets on my nerves something fierce. What? Mom, where are you going? Wait! Good! Mom! What in Idios' name is happening here? Are you alright? I'll live. What was Erica in such a hurry for? Well, it's time for the testing to begin. You're not much less of an overprotective parent than she is, I'll have you know. Thank you, Albert. I know Albert is not the most safe person to be around when it comes to many things, but he's the most sensible in this entire bloody family outside of Tita. Sorry. I'm fine. I'm fine. Also, cheers everyone. Where is she? I could have sworn I saw her running this way. Where could she have gone? Yeah, but I don't want to blame Tita for, you know, her mum. Probably shouldn't have arrived so early. Might as well drop by the guild and see if there's any work to do till evening. The camera switch was cleverly done. And you know what? This is funny. But I still want to smack Erica Russell every time she speaks. Was that just my imagination? The second I walked into the door, I felt like my life was in mortal danger. The only person here is that researcher there, so it must have been... Oh my, what have we here? If it isn't Agatha Krosner. I pity you, I really do. Come again? I never dreamed my target would come wandering nonchalantly while I was making the necessary preparations for his execution. But that makes things easier for me. Now I can tell you what I want directly. We've prepared a most perfect place to die for you over at the Central Factory. So come along, there's not a moment to waste. Who are you? You here to pick a fight with me or something? See, Agatha is the most recent part of this conversation, and that is scary. That should be scary to everyone here. Not at all. This is a completely legitimate request I've made to the guild. Or more specifically, to you. Like hell you did. No request like that would ever get accepted here. If you want to submit a request to the guild, you're gonna have to come up with something a little better than that. Oh, you pitiable flea. I figured you were a little thick-headed, but I didn't think your general IQ would be quite this low. Frankly, if I were Killica at this point, I'd just go, okay, Erica, get the fuck out of my office. You need to be more aware of your sins. What does this woman have against me? Her eyes are scaring the shit out of me. Clean out those ears of yours and listen well, moron. This request is about testing the capabilities of the Orbital Gear by comparing it to you in a variety of situations. Which means that by helping us, we'll be able to improve it. And in the process, maybe the unforgivable sins you've committed shall be... Just... what are you rambling about, woman? Maybe you didn't get the memo, but the Bracer Guild exists to help people who really need it. We don't exist to just do anything someone feels like asking us to do. So I really haven't got time to be messing around with some crazy time waster. See, again, Agatha wins the reasonableness contest. Is that the real reason you don't want to do this, or are you just scared? Say that again. Never mind. I can't find her anywhere in town at all, and she hasn't gone home. She's where could Mom have run off to? It's not my fault you're not listening to me. As I said, if you help with these tests, I might even be gracious enough to consider reducing your punishment. A little. That sounded like Mom. Could she be in the guild? Seriously, at some point I expect to read an issue of the Liberal News just going, young girl snaps and takes mortar gun to her own mother. If you want help that much... Tita? Agatha? What are you doing with my... Oh, and one more thing I want to make very clear right off the bat. You do not get within a cell's radius of my sugar powder donut under any circumstances! Are we clear, you shameless hoodlum? Wait a sec... Whoosh! Zoom! The hell? What just happened there? She just up and ran off with teeth. I hope I didn't just witness her getting abducted by someone dangerous. Well, not abducted. Someone dangerous is very much up in the air. Thanks for the assist, by the way, Killica. You don't need to worry about that. Oh, sup, Killica. Her name is Erica Russell. She's Tita's mother. Just her facial expression. Killica was relishing the ability to drop this bombshell. Let's be entirely honest here. Killica was bottling that up the entire time until she got to speak to Agatha and tell him that. She is enjoying herself to a disgusting degree right now. Her mother? That is Tita's mother? gotta be kidding me! In fairness, it's not exactly as if Erica did her best to make any kind of impression other than completely demented murder psycho. So, I'd say this one's on Erica. Just a bit. Her parents came back here from abroad about 2 weeks ago now, Erica and Dan Russell. Their arrival was somewhat unconventional, admittedly. Yeah, didn't they enter the country illegally? But they really are Tita's parents, I can assure you of that. You're trying to tell me that woman is related to her by blood? Yeah, I can't exactly fault Agate for not taking an automatic liking or making a good first impression on someone who's literally saying, "Hi, I want to kill you." I, too, would be a little dubious of wanting to associate with such a person. And with that mystery solved, would you mind if we got right to discussing work matters? Yeah, lay it on me. I'm free until this evening, so if you got any quick jobs that need doing, I can knock them out for you. Well, first, there's this one from the Central Factory. Killer Cat is having the time of her life. They're requesting assistance with a variety of tests for a prototype of a new weapon called the Orbital Gear. Seriously, she must be laughing her head off right now. Orbital Gear... Hold up a minute, that sounds familiar. The Guild has officially accepted the request that Erica mentioned to you earlier. It has your name on it, in fact. Killer Cat. Agate deserves many things, but isn't this pushing it a little? I don't think you're allowed to officially ritually sacrifice bracers. I can't believe this. She actually submitted that as an official request. I don't know much more about this orbital gear than you do, I'm afraid. She merely described it as a weapon that combines the finest in Liberal's orbital technology. It's being developed by the entire Russell family together to boot. The location you'll need to go is Zeiss Central Factory. New weapon? Oh, wait a sec, you said the whole Russell family, right? Not just the adults? Please tell me Tita isn't involved in this crap. I couldn't tell you, she didn't say. I've heard Tita was about ready to graduate from being an apprentice and become a full-fledged engineer, though, so perhaps she is. Would her involvement be a problem to you, Agate? That shit-eating smile on Killer Cat's face. Yeah, for her it's just an icing on the cake. Exactly right. Well, no, but I've never met her parents. I've only heard about them from Tita, so I could pretend to know what they're like. But her mom's nothing like she made her sound, and she seems kind of messed up in the head. Not wrong. That cook's got Tita involved in developing some kind of new weapon. Put that request on hold for now, Killer Cat. On hold? Don't give it to anyone else for now, I assume you mean? Yeah. I'm gonna go and find out what's going on. Don't even think of giving that to anyone else before I'm back. Well, if the requested bracer isn't available, replacements can be made. Excuse me. Ah, damn it, I can't check Agate's equipment right now. Oh, but I do have access to the entirety of Zeiss, it looks like. Hey, Agate? I thought you were in a hurry. I was, but then I remembered something. I heard you were planning on leaving the guild and returning home. I love how all of these tie into each other. Indeed. That's still the plan, but the process of getting things ready for my successor has been taking longer than planned. As things currently stand, I'll be leaving at the start of next month. Right. Really not going to be the same around here without you. You've done a lot for me while you've been here. I suppose I have. Just be sure not to get poisoned and collapse again during my successor's time here. I could handle it, but you'd probably give them nightmares. I didn't do that on purpose, you know! Hey, Brian. Damn, there sure are a lot of requests up here. None of them seem real urgent, at least. I can afford to leave them for now. I've got to get myself over to the Central Factory. Whoa, Agate's here! Yeah. If Killer Cat ever gets sick of Erica Russell, she'd just go, You know what? I have a great replacement for Agate. Give me a minute. Cassius! Hey, Wong. How are things? I've been better. Are you familiar with someone called Erica Russell? I feel your pain, my brother. I heard she's as much trouble as Professor Russell, and I can believe it. Ever since she showed up in town, we've been getting more requests coming in than usual. You could call it a coincidence, but yeah. That's so. I don't think I'm allowed to change any equipment or the like. The Renford Company is working on expanding their lineup at the moment, actually. Personally, I'm hoping we can start selling their new orbital cannon here, but who knows if that'll be possible. I'll have to keep badgering the owner and pray the stars line up. In fairness, that was more Professor Russell. Killica simply didn't object too loudly after everyone agreed. Well, if it isn't Agate. What's going on, Gundolf? Often I catch you stopping off at a weapon shop like this. I'm not going to be in town that much longer. I'm due to leave on the next airship. Reports say it's going to be delayed from what I hear, though, so I've ended up with some time to kill. Busy as always. Not half as busy as Kurt. Still, my workload's going to be going up before it goes down with all these braces scattering. Not really, Dravels. Erica is very dangerous, but... I mean... it's Ren. The difference between many characters and Ren is that Ren wouldn't give a fuck and disembowel Erica. So... I don't think that'd be an even match. First we'll lose Estelle and Joshua, now we're losing Killica. We're really getting short on warm bodies. When have we ever not been short of people? We're just gonna have to keep our chins up until some new guys come and ease our workload. Yes, a true tragedy, Travels. Huh? Is it just me, or do you sound like you have some specific new recruits in mind? Oh, Boxer, thank you so much for the Tier 1 gift sub. Wouldn't go that far. That's a shame. I sure hope we get some in soon. We can use all the help we can get about now. He does have new recruits in mind, but we'll get to that a little bit later on. Yeah, I could talk to everyone in town, but... excuse me. I don't think that'll do too much. What? Why is it afternoon already? I slept in again! You should look into that. Should have known my sister wouldn't be able to get herself up in time on her own. She's completely hopeless. Happy families. And I'm assuming, yeah, I'm not allowed to leave town. Time, please. Very well. Sounds like old Russell's stirring up trouble again. And that's not scary enough. This time he's got Erica with him. Never heard two bigger ingredients for a disaster than that. The newbie working here is Randall's granddaughter, apparently. Her cooking's all half bad, and she's got a knack for dealing with customers. Thanks to her being around, the owner's going to have an even better excuse to slack off. Ow. Oh. Yeah, I felt that. I am feeling a bit healthier, but I'm not quite past it yet. Welcome, welcome. We're currently running a lunchtime special offer. Come on in and try out our delicious grub. Hey, you need something? If you want to order something, go and speak to the new girl. I've left her in charge of the counter and everything else. Bye. Okay, I think that's enough faffing about. Let's get to the central factory. If you happen to hear any strange shouts or loud explosions while you're here, just ignore them, okay? It's for the best, just trust me. Glad to hear, Poxon. I suppose that leads to the question, will you be here for the entire stream? If so, I would like to do the Hour of Spiritfarer at the end, just so I can easily split apart the VOD for YouTube. If not, just tell me when you want me to switch. Oh wait, I need to speak to the receptionist. You're looking for Professor Russell? She passed by here not that long ago, actually. I saw her boarding the elevator with Tita, but I'm afraid I have no idea where she could have gone after that. Damn. Okay, cheers. The factory chief seems to be out, but I have no idea where he could have gone. I need him to sign these documents, too. Foxon gifted me the game earlier today, Troll, so he wanted me to have a look. I am very grateful. My job involves training new people. How do I do this? Get them to clean up this room for me, which means I don't have to lift a finger. Smart, right? Bitch. Excuse me. Okay, they're not in the workshop. You're looking for Erica Russell? I haven't seen her today, sorry. If I haven't, though, it makes me wonder whether she's finished that project she was ploughing through. She's been hogging all the equipment to herself to working on it lately. I wonder how Freddy's doing right now. I haven't heard from him since he went back to Roland. Was a hell of a kid for one so young. He's gonna shake things up as a real skilled artisan one day, if you ask me. Yes, it's entirely my fault that I wishlist games that I'm curious about. That's actually a fair point, Belaya. I kind of want to check now. Oh, it's so good to finally be done with all the repair work on the RCO. Feels like forever since I was last back here. Well, thinking about it, there's still the adjustments to be made to the engine, so work may not be quite done yet. Yeah, screw it. Let's very quickly check. I'm sorry. God. I'll be careful not to wishlist things again. I mean, yep, there he is. I'll admit, these days I need to be very careful about anything I say and do. Some people have my address, so I, off the cuff, remarked that I haven't had toast in a while last week, so on Tuesday I got a package, a new goddamn toaster. I wish I were kidding. I don't even need to subtly imply donations anymore, it seems. And that's usually a joke! Actually, it's always a joke. Don't sue me. Stop that. Yeah, I think that'll do for today's afternoon prayers. I normally feel bad about skipping work to come here and pray, but considering the factory chief is right here, I think I can probably be let off for today, right? Oh, ideas above. The time has finally come for the orbital gear experiments to begin. Please let them finish without causing any major catastrophes. I don't have it, but it'll take me like 10 minutes to find your location to within 25 meters. If anyone wants my address for something, I trust people in this community enough, so if you want my address, you're welcome to it. I know it's probably not hard to find out where I live, at least to a very approximate location, but I trust the community, so whatever. I don't think I was supposed to be here about her departure, but I accidentally did when she was talking to Father Vixen yesterday. It's hard to believe that she's going to be leaving us. Zeiss isn't going to... Oh.
All systems, full power!
Boobies and eat something American.
Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Well, I still have a giant box of something American next to me, so... Let's see now. What is that? It's pretty hard if you don't know how, not to say extremely illegal. I mean fair, Troll. Troll, I already did a full unboxing of it. But the something American in this case is going to be a dark chocolate with raspberry filling. About the only one I haven't tried yet is one of the thin chocolate mint things, but I still have a cup of tea, and that really wouldn't mix well. So, with due respect, I think I'm going to go for the raspberry chocolate. Mostly because I genuinely can't decide whether I like or dislike this. Oh. Of course I always have a cup of tea. I'm me. It is nice, just a little bit stronger than I'd like. I think that's the main reason I'm so torn about it. There you go. Donation fulfilled. Thank you so much. Oh, if it isn't Agate. Have you already heard? Oh, it's about Killica, of course. About Killica returning to Calvin? Yeah, I was talking to her about it earlier. I see. All of us inside owe some kind of debt to her, big or small. So I just hope that we can all come together to do something for her before she leaves us. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, now let's go see if we can't find Erica. But yeah, I'm genuinely getting a bit scared of mentioning things that I need or want. Of course, when I told my family, my sister immediately suggested, next time offhandedly remark that you haven't been to Hawaii for 10 days with your entire family in ages. Because my sister is subtle as a brick to the face. Erica's back, I hear. She's quite similar to her father, and poor Murdoch's got the grey hairs to prove it. He rushed in here demanding something for his stomach pain more times than I can count at this point. Nice try from my sister. I mean, you know me, I wouldn't even want to go to Hawaii. God, can you imagine me on a 10-day trip to Hawaii? I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd go completely apeshit at the mere prospect. Ray was able to produce a plant capable of soothing people in a mere 3 months, which is pretty amazing. I still can't believe he was actually able to do it. How did he even pull it off? He barely even did any selective breeding at all. Marijuana. Ha ha, Hunt. Now, you know how I am with trips and going out of my comfortable bubble. Going to Hawaii for 10 days with the entire family? I'm sure it would be a great time, but I also know that it would deregulate me for weeks in advance. That's just how my brain is built, I'm afraid. Wait, how does that figure, Boxer? Oh, I'm sure. Be that as it may, though, I don't think I would want the community to actually spring for a family-sized vacation for 10 days, literally halfway across the world. I would feel a little bit like a profiteur. Just a bit. Tiniest bit. Going out of your comfort zone is healthy. Hi, I have autism. I would like to disagree with your statement. For a number of reasons. Most of them, you know, based on many diagnoses that are on my table as we speak. Just putting it out there. Yeah, someone donating a 10-day vacation, family vacation to Hawaii. So that is 2,741 hours of game time. then you know that autism can manifest in many different ways, and that I am at my best when in a comfort zone, and only occasionally leaving it. For example. I mean, I'm not abusing it as an excuse. It's one of those diagnoses, social anxiety. Part of it, yes. But the major part of it is simply the fact that setting me into a new situation is simply a negative for me. It would drain me to an extreme degree. The month of August actually serves as something of proof to that. I loved the family trips, but at the end of the month I was completely, essentially dead. Energy levels were zero. I was entirely out of anything of use. And that was only for 2 trips to the family in The Hague and 1 family dinner over here in the city. I'm not telling you how to feel or what to feel, obviously. This is taking a little bit too much. This is an absolute truth for my taste, but I do feel it important to note, yeah, it wouldn't be good for me, necessarily. I think the trip itself, if I were to make a trip to Hawaii, most likely it'd be amazing. But I also know that after a trip like that, I would be a total loss for 2 weeks, at best. And I can literally speak from experience there, given my trips to Guatemala with the family. Good trips, though. I climbed a volcano. Twice. Sorry, I'm not trying to be an incredibly negative person or tell anyone how they should feel or not. What if we were just you and 1 other person? It doesn't necessarily depend on that. Although, admittedly, 4 active children around would make it worse, because then we also add extreme amounts of impulses. But it's not necessarily the amount of people I go, although it's probably even better to go with the whole family than to go with only 1 other person. Because the more of a bubble of familiarity I can build around me, the easier it would be. It's one of the reasons, for example, it was possible for me to move out of my parents' house and actually go to student housing. I didn't immediately go jump in the deep end. I first went for half a year in the room of someone who was on an exchange program, who would be out of the country for half a year. And it was in student housing, which was adjacent to multiple of my university classmates. As such, I combined a completely new and, if I'm honest, terrifying situation. I was shitting bricks. But I combined it with the familiar, and that is how I managed it. You have no idea how long it took me to get this house as well, for example. I mean, it's a shame Celsius isn't here. He might even remember it, but I was a nervous wreck when I moved here. The day before the move, I was trying to pack things. I just couldn't do a single thing. My brain was completely everywhere, was completely scattered in everything. So, yeah, just how I work. And Troll, I'm not sure if that means that you're just weird. I think it's more a case of just... autism can manifest in so many different ways. It's simply who you are versus who I am. There's nothing better or worse or weird or less weird about it. It's just who you are, and that's fine. And I'm genuinely not saying that to be a pedantic smartass. You are you, and I appreciate you for who you are. Despite the slight vehemence in how I just countered. I do wish that sometimes I could be a bit more outgoing, could be a bit better at taking initiative, but it's just not how I'm wired. It's one of the reasons why I'm getting help and, in fact, seeking assistance through a number of means, including the possibility of finally getting a job with guidance to make sure that I don't fall apart again. Because, you know, welfare's all well and good, but at some point you do kind of want to be a useful and productive member of society. At least I do. In complete honesty, I'm quite happy where I am. I can stream, I have enough money to get to pay the bills with, and anything outside of that, especially stuff for stream, well, the community seems to provide, and I try to make sure the community doesn't feel forced to provide. So, when it comes to it, I am happy where I am. But I also know that if I stay as I am now, I'm probably going to be in this rut forever. And I don't think that would be good for me. That's the main reason I decided to seek help. And I really hope that pans out. At the moment I can't do anything, I'm just literally... Excuse me, hiccups. I'm just literally waiting for a response to several requests I've filed. But... yeah, those are things that have me nervous. It's just how I'm wired. I don't deal well with new situations, with changes to my, if I'm honest, rather rigid pattern. Anyway, let's not make this a gigantic psychoanalysis stream. I'm just trying to clarify my position, I suppose. There was a person that quite literally wore the same t-shirt, but identically for 3 years. I would say a more extreme version of me, then. In that he has something he's comfortable with and will not deviate. That's something I'm very good at as well, but I at least try to switch between 2 t-shirts. Oh dear, I'm actually closer to that than I thought. Well, whatever. As long as he was happy. Oh, I know. I'm not trying to shirk the blame or shove everything onto it. And I also don't want to go, well, clearly everything that might be slightly off or everything that might be wrong is due to my autism. Everything. I will blame absolutely everything on my autism. I refuse to be that. Because it's not all my autism. I'm also a lazy fuck. I mean, I can lie about it, but it's true. Ugh. Blah. Anyway, this has gotten all self-examinatory. Let's get on with this story, shall we? Well, I think all the greenhouse experiments are basically done now. Which means it's time to start work on my next project, making an archaism modelled after Tita. That is extremely creepy. Time to start withdrawing up those blueprints and getting creepier. Tita's mom's eyes creeped me out when I saw those, but this guy doesn't seem to be in his right mind either. Maybe I ought to stop him too. Well, either Erica or Agate at this point, and in this case I can't even blame Agate for feeling that way. I swear, he's only just finished getting the Capel back up and running, and he's off working on a new invention. It is amazing what those Russells are capable of. Seem to have limitless energy when it comes to technology. You remember that whole orbital shutdown phenomena thing that happened? After that was over and we switched the Capel back on, it ended up malfunctioning on us, erasing all the data on the thing. All of it. It's taken us 2 whole months to get it back in order too. Ugh. I'm being fair, Kevin. This is just the old data. Ah, Dan is up on the roof. And for some reason, that kind of messed with his sprite. Actually, before that... oh, no, this is a cutscene now. Where are those 2 gone? But yeah, sorry if I came on a bit strong there, Troll. Didn't mean to. Hey there. You must be Agate. Who's this guy? Doesn't seem like any ordinary engineer. Oh, I get it now. You're Dan, right? Seem to remember hearing you were a bracer at one point. Oh? Was it Cassius who told you? No. I just heard some stuff about you from Tita and her grandpa. Fair enough. I just don't want to come across as, well, you're wrong about me. Because that wasn't the intent. And I'm glad that it didn't come across that way. One moment, though. You should all be very glad that you didn't have to hear that. Right. Actually, he quit the whole bracer thing about 10 years back, didn't he? Makes it right around when Cassius joined. Can't imagine him being as much of a lunatic, but who knows? You guys are developing a new weapon, right? I heard you've got Tita helping you out with it. That true? Oh, yeah. She's not just a simple assistant, however. She's a formal member of its development team. Tita's become so much more capable over these past couple of years. I don't even feel like there's all that much I can teach to her anymore. Yeah, I was right. What the hell have you guys got your own kid doing? I know you're busy and that you can't afford to be back home here that often. And I know the little squirt loves orbital tech, so part of me gets why you'd want her to help with whatever new stuff you've got in the works. But that doesn't make it okay to let someone that young work on developing a new weapon. Use some common goddamn sense, man! What's so funny? Agate, do you trust her? What's trust got to do with this? And don't go trying to change the subject on me. Well, you've got to do it. I've heard a lot about you since coming back here. And with that, there's just one question I want to hear the answer to from you directly. Now, it's my understanding that you've been keeping her company quite often while my wife and I were away. Is that because you feel she's unreliable? Or maybe just a coincidence? Or is there some other reason? Just what have you been trying to achieve by being with her so much? What? I wasn't trying to achieve anything. I guess if I had to give an answer... There's no denying how much she's helped me. I'll admit, at the start, she seemed like she could do jack all, and I stuck around to protect her. But she never actually needed it. She's ended up doing way more for me than I ever did for her in the end. So yeah, guess when I put it that way, I do trust her. Your daughter's pretty damn amazing. I see. Okay, so he doesn't seem to have as many screws loose as his wife. Can probably give him a pass, right? Look, I'm guessing there's some special reason that Tita ended up involved in developing that weapon of yours, right? You mind telling me what it is? Yeah, there is. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to tell you. You're familiar with Ren from Ouroboros, right? Yeah. The crazy strong little girl with a huge robot. Couldn't forget her if I tried. Tita told us that she's friends with that girl. Which sounds insane, I know. Nah, it's not. She doesn't talk about it, but I know she is. Feels like she's going to unnatural lengths to avoid the issue even coming up, too. That makes explaining this a little simpler. The Orbital Gear project was begun with the aim of developing a new kind of weapon that could compete with the society's advanced military technology. Eventually, we hoped to end up with something that could even go head-to-head with Pater Mater. As soon as she heard about what we were planning to do, Tita told us that she wanted to be part of it, of her own volition. At first, Eric and I were strongly opposed to the idea. It was Tita who insisted she wanted to do whatever she could to keep the connection she had with Ren. She wouldn't take no for an answer. She insisted this was something she could do for her. From my perspective, her intention isn't actually to talk Ren down or anything along those lines. She just thinks that by participating in the Orbital Gear's development, she'll be able to keep thinking about her. The project connects them in a tiny way, even if they can't meet, and even if Tita can't do anything more substantial for her. It really is a tiny connection. And yet that's probably the best she can do for Ren right now, and she's determined to do it. I had no idea. She's such an idiot. How am I supposed to know you're shouldering something that heavy if you don't tell me? She's working on the project formally as an engineer, no different to Erica or me. My wife was the one who gave her permission. After she showed as much resolve as she did, it wouldn't have been fair of us to treat her like a child. You mind if I ask something? Where's that orbital gear thing now? Does that mean you're up for the job? Well, I can't walk the hell away. She might go doing something crazy again if I leave her alone. I see. Albert was right about you, Agate. You do seem to have some promise. Yeah, Dan is probably the most sensible out of the two. What are you talking about? What did Gramp say? You'll need this, incidentally. Agate received an ID card from Dan. Using this in the elevator will let you get to B5F of the building where the tests will take place. Yeah, we have access to the first basement floor. There are 5. At least. Tita and Erica should be there. You're going to want to make sure you're ready if you do go, though. Erica's been dead set on testing you and killing you. I couldn't care less what she wants. She's going to go help Tita with the tests. What anyone else does is none of my business. What about you, Dan? You ain't coming? Don't mind me, I'll be there. Just so we're clear, I haven't decided to accept you myself yet. Accept me as what? In terms of combat prowess, not a chance. In terms of terror, most definitely. Erica would outmatch Agate and then some. I guess this is the place. Wait, is that it? That's all the checks on the legs complete. Guess I'll check the settings one more time, too. Got nothing to do until Mum and Dad come back, so I should make the most of it. I thought it was going to be an orbital cannon. Can't believe you're making a robot as nuts as this. Agate? What are you doing here? Is this because of Mom? I mean, yes. Did she ask you to come here? I'm so sorry. Mom and Dad seem to have got you all wrong. I keep trying to explain to them that what you really like, but they never listen to me. It's not a big deal. I ain't here because your mom asked me to come anyway. You're not? Well, I heard you were working pretty hard down here, like as a proper engineer. So I figured I'd come and join you as my way of showing my support, I guess. Helping with these tests is an official request anyway, so it works out. Okay, let me give you a brief rundown of the orbital gear then. The prototype's most distinguishing characteristic is that the pilot can climb inside and operate it directly from within. It hasn't been decided for sure what the final model will necessarily be like this, though. Oh, and then there's how it reaches its maximum mobility. Come over here for a minute. Sure. We've designed a new walking system to increase its mobility substantially, you see. Ordinarily, bipedal robots require 2 units that control their posture and center of gravity, which work in tandem with one another to walk, but this approach really drains system resources across the whole archaism. The way we've chosen to resolve this is... Huh? How? I forgot about that. Erica is genuinely terrifying. What the hell? How long have you been there? So you've decided to assist with the test, have you, Agate Grosner? You're so sweet. Does that mean you finally accepted your sins, have come to repent? I have no freaking clue what you're talking about. You were trying to get close to Tita thinking I wasn't there, weren't you? What the fuck is wrong with you, Erica? Admit your sins and repent! I finally have first-hand evidence. Oh, for crying out loud, will you quit with the eyes? It's giving me the creeps. He might be completely useless when it comes to technology, but he's got potential, don't you think? You might just be right. I have to admit that we're concerned. But I can appreciate that he at least tries to follow subjects he doesn't understand instead of outright refusing to listen to them. What are you two doing up there? Especially you, Dan. You were just up on the roof with me a minute ago. I did tell you I was going to watch the test, didn't I? Well, here I am. I can't work out what he's thinking any more than I can his wife. Don't you dare ignore me, Agate Krosner! Well, regardless, that's everyone gathered now. They do have it incredibly wrong. Tita has a crush. Agate has an obliviousness problem. Any questions? Also, Agate wouldn't do anything so grossly improper as, you know, to date a 13-year-old. At least I think she's 13 at this point. He sees her as a little sister at most. That's it. Suppose it's time for us to begin. What are we doing? I've finished all of the necessary final checks. Good girl, Tita. Let the testing begin! Okay, I'm done laughing. What is wrong with this family? Everything, Agate. Absolutely everything. This is, however, very good music choice for this. Well, Tita, do you think you'll be able to operate it all right? Yeah, I'll be fine. I've had plenty of practice. Yeah, that's fair. I'm ready to go as soon as everyone else is. Beginning monitoring. No problems with the data link. Looks like we're good to go. Okay, Agate, we're now going to begin testing on the Orbital Gear version 0.5. You sure you're ready for this? Yeah, I am. Come this far, I'm not going to turn tail now. I want you to promise one thing before we begin, though. The final test will be a mock battle between yourself and the Orbital Gear. If you cause Tita to have so much as the tiniest scratch on her, I will be sending you up to the goddess personally. I wouldn't go quite that far, but you get the idea. Don't hurt her, alright? I know. I ain't gonna hold back, but I ain't gonna hurt her either. That's all I wanted to hear. Okay, for starters. Dan went around Agate and began attaching small quartz to various points on his body. What are you doing? Those are so that we can collect data from your body in real time during the testing process. That sounds creepier than it actually is. The prototype's mobility should be about equal to your own, if not a little above what you're capable of. So, this should be the perfect way to test what it can really do. Well, if that's your reason. You sure this isn't some form of harassment? Of course not. Right. Erica, if you would. Gladly! Ha! Okay, I'm kind of done making the noises now. What the fuck? What am I even watching here? That's Erica's success dance. She always does it before every big test or experiment. Dan, far be it from me to question who you married, but I would like to question who you married. Alrighty, I'm ready! Setup complete? I can't believe you still do that after all this time. It's not like it actually has any practical effect either. If you look at the data from all the tests she's done collectively, there's no difference in the odds of success whether she does it or not. Here, let me take care of that. Fire up! As you can see, it's best to leave her alone when she gets all fired up like this. I'm feeling exhausted already and we haven't even started yet. The first test is a simple race. You're going to be doing 3 laps of the course, and the first to the finish line wins. There are obstacles in the way too, just so you know. Be careful of those. You ready, Agate? Ready as I'll ever be, and let's get this started. I'm here for work, not to play. So you are. Well, take your positions. Ready? Go! Cheater! What just happened? It flew! I'm sorry, Agate, but Mom told me I had to finish the race by jumping over the finishing line all of a sudden. Should have known. Mind you, it's not like jumping was against the rules of the race. And we wanted to collect the data from it, too. I'd say you've only got yourself to blame for getting cocky, wouldn't you? What are we doing now? This is a test of the orbital gear's precision. What I want you to do is place the 4 coloured drum cans on their corresponding tiles on the floor. It'll be harder than it looks. Don't assume this is going to be a snap. If I lose this, I'm never going to get the end of how I'm a clumsy excuse for a human, am I? Alright, let's get started then. Begin! Piece of cake. Wow, we got some excellent data out of that. Well done, Tita. You did a wonderful job operating it. The adjustments Dad made all the difference. Made all the difference, really. His tuning of the actuators was perfect. I don't doubt that. He's always been good at handling these things. The arms have acceleration control now, too. Man, was there even any point in me being here if you're just going to ignore me? Well, that test was just about collecting data. It didn't really matter who won. Still, it's not true for the next one. Now the real fun begins. The last test we're going to be performing is a mock battle to test the orbital gear's overall capabilities. Take your positions, both of you. Okay. Got it. We've been through this... One moment. We've been through this once before, but it bears repeating. Only aim for the orbital gear. If I find so much as a hair out of place on Tita, you will be very painfully executed on the spot. I know. I know. You don't need to keep stating the obvious. Are you ready? Yeah. Bring it on! Not worth the risk. On the other hand, though... Yeah, screw it. Angie! Okay, that should be good. Just high-speeding the rest of this. I win. That wraps that up. You cheated! You totally cheated! Cheated? How? You're full of shit. I am not! You used some kind of invisible special power! You must have! Like hell I did! Alright. Well, I think it's only fair to call this Agate's victory. That was the last of the tests, right? Quest fulfilled then. My work here is done. Yeah, and plus it's Agate. Agate using invisible special powers? Silly me, I nearly forgot, Dan. Didn't you say you wanted a one-on fight against this red-headed ruffian yesterday? Did I? Oh, right, I did. Guess you told me a little about him, so I'd like the opportunity at some point. What? I have a bad feeling about this. You're the best. Go get your weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be now. No, you're doing it now. No time to waste. All right. I'll leave things here to you, Erica. That sounds like a very bad idea, Dan. Bye, Dan. Don't think this is going to be easy either. He might have been forced to retire because of an injury, but he's still very strong. He's the one who taught Cassius the basics of fighting with a staff 10 years ago, even. Seriously? Cassius then went on to perfect the art of using one to fight himself, admittedly. But that should give you an idea of just how strong my awesome hubby is, surely. No, I really don't want to back down. See, Erica, you're only doing him a favor with this, so you're not really helping your case any. Wait a sec, the tests are over! My work is done! Why am I stuck doing another completely unrelated fight? Your work's not done until I say it is, bucko! Oh yeah, while we're waiting for Dan, I need to check Tita hasn't got any injuries. Because if she has, you know what's gonna happen. Come on down, Tita! What's wrong, sweetie? I kinda can't. Some weird errors come up and I don't know what to do. Huh? What's going on? Oh no! No! Damn it, no! No matter what commands I try to give it, it just won't respond. Shut it down, Tita! I can't! It won't do anything I tell it to! Hey, what's going on here? Explain this in a way I can understand. Any questions? Tita, what's going on? Have you lost control of it? Run! In case you were wondering why I didn't actually use the CP I gained for the first fight, I knew this was coming. I also like how our character model is just randomly turning now. It's also a lot faster now. Doubtful. More a mistake in the wiring. It is a prototype, after all. What's the hell with that? Right, time for a change of rules.
You ready for this?
Next!
Care for a rematch?
No, Agate, I would not care for a rematch. This thing needs to be scrapped and a new prototype needs to be built. You doing okay? Stop it moving, come on out! I can't! The seatbelt's stuck! Damn it! Thank goodness. Well, Erica, guess you got your wish, you bitch. Huh? Tita! Little late there, Dan, but thanks anyway. Oh, just in the nick of time. You two okay? Tita and I are fine, but... Oh! Again! God, this cough is really getting on my nerves. Oh, this is all my fault. All because of me. I'm so sorry. I'm always causing you nothing but trouble with my selfishness. If I just kept quiet, none of this would have happened. It's all my fault, all of it. If I hadn't said I wanted to get closer to Ren, I knew I couldn't really do anything for her. I knew this was only for my own satisfaction. This wasn't what I wanted to happen at all. I swear this wasn't what I was trying to do by getting involved in this project. But ugh. Give it a rest, will you? My head's pounding enough without you crying. Oh, Agate? It'll take more than that to finish me off. I thought you knew, figured you knew that. Oh. Damn, though, that thing packs a punch. I'm lucky I was able to block the brunt of the impact with my sword. If I hadn't, I'd probably have a date with the goddess right about now. Hey, I said I'm fine, alright? This is nothing. So stop your crying, alright? But this is all because of me! I'm so sorry! I'm not going to do this anymore. I quit. So... Don't you dare give up, Tita! What? You heard me. Don't you dare throw in the towel over something this small. You want to get closer to Ren, right? You want to understand her better, right? And try and do it. Don't just give up at the first hurdle you come across. Even when you get hurt? I've had a worthless 10 years, Tita. I'm not going to deny that, but there was one thing I could never bring myself to do, and that was to throw this away. Never. And that's fine. Because this is why I'm the bracer that I am now. For reference, this he's talking about is actually the necklace that his now dead sister gave to him when he was young, just before said sister died in the 100 Days War. Plenty of folks have things that become such a big part of them they can't bear to throw them away or leave them behind. Things that, no matter how much they try to forget, they just can't. I've got something like that. I have no idea, something like that. And I'm pretty sure you found something like that too, don't you? He's right. I really do. Agate, I changed my mind. I won't give up. I don't have time to stand around crying, not when I've got things I need to do. I'll think about what I can do, and I'm going to do it. Because just like you're a bracer, I'm now a researcher. Really now? Agate? It's nothing. And just like that, he made a mistake. What's with the faces? It's all starting to make sense now. See, I told you. He's rude, he's thick-headed, he's got all the tact of a wrench to the groin. Ow. I'm sorry, but that mental image physically hurts. Well, there's a promise in him, that there is. The preparations for it aren't quite finished. But I think it's time we get to the second phase of testing our red-headed friend right away. The hell are you talking about? Looks like I underestimated you, Agate. Tita seems to have come out of this unharmed, just as you promised. Oh, yeah. I'd like you to come to our house this evening. Huh? I thought coming over for dinner was why I was here in Zeiss to begin with. You'll be more than welcome. What's going on with him all of a sudden? Agate! Thank you very much again for earlier. You ended up having to protect me again. It's fine, it doesn't bother me. Still, sorry, but I think I'm going to have to pass on dinner. Today we're having a hot pot full of mushrooms and wild plants and soup with lots of seaweed. Mom and Dad finally seem to understand you better too, so this should be really fun. Tita, please stop trying to kill Agate. I mean, I know you don't mean to, but you are kind of trying to kill Agate. Now we all get to enjoy a nice hot pot together. Oh, right. I can hardly wait. That's, I mean, that's a brag. That is definitely a brag. So that's what it was. I can't believe I didn't notice that when I was doing the final checks. This is all my fault. We don't know that for sure yet, Tita. Let's not jump to conclusions. No good comes from blaming yourself for feeling responsible before we know if you even had anything to do with it. Okay. Still. Where the hell did this hammer come from? What's wrong with this place? Huh? That sounded like Agate. Really? Probably just your imagination. Maybe. That reminds me, he should be here any minute now. I'd better go and warm up the food. Yes, we actually are. She booby-trapped the house. Whoa! Where'd a bunch of lancers pop out of the ground? Erica? I think lancers may have been overdoing it a tad. At least stick with concealed holes in the ground, won't you? Dan, you... Jesus Christ, Dan! How long are we looking at before he's able to make it here, might I ask? I was hoping to take this chance to have a man-to-man talk with him. That only the goddess knows. Seems like he's putting up a good fight. But make no mistake, Agate Krosner. Our testing progress has only just begun. So yeah, despite it being played for comedic laughs, I really, really don't like Erica Russell. But, yeah, Tita can now do that. And just for clarification as to why it's absolutely absurd, let me find an enemy quickly. It only costs 20 CP.
Come on, everyone.
And now Tita has 22,226 HP. Any questions? Better defense and better strength. The orbital gear is absurd. Also, a couple of unique craft that are all cheap as chips.
Prepare to meet your doom.
So yeah, just putting it out there. The orbital gear is one of the primary reasons you want to do that door. It is ridiculously good. Let me very quickly do a few fights so that I can regain CP at the fountain. It's called the orbital gear, not my fault.
That's that. Let's move out.
Okay, oh wow, Agate staying home for a bit because both Mueller and Zin really need more leveling. It's going to make me a very melee heavy party though. Yeah, should be fine. Oh, right. So, who wants to see the Zin exclusive sun door? Actually, for that, I'm going to change the party a little bit. I do need Zin along, but then I'm kicking out Mueller for a little bit. Because I do want a good spellcaster with me in that case. Olivier or Chloe? Chloe has the better healing, but Olivier, I think, has the stronger casting. Oh, no, wait. Chloe at the moment has the better gear for that. That ought to do. I mean, the Fists of Steel, Zin, and nothing that nothing in the world can move. His title is literally Zin the Immovable. Now, this isn't actually a story door, per se. This... One moment. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Is the Grand Arena. Ah, good day to you all. The place you're about to enter is an arena where history's strongest warriors gather and eagerly await new challengers. And today you will have the opportunity to be those challengers. Do what you can to emerge victorious. I feel I must warn you, however, that this is a martial arts tournament like no other. Only the best may compete. The rules are simple. First, the four of you will form one team and step into the arena. There, your team will face off against three others, one after another, with no breaks in between. As for the rest, I'm sure you'll pick it up as you go along. So, what do you say? Would you be interested in joining us? Splendid! Well then, if you don't mind following me. Yeah, this is a minigame. Also, whoever made this artwork... I mean... Wow. And this game is... Yeah, I figured there was a reason you quoted that, Revels. I've never seen Fist of the North Star, but I figured it was something related to that. It is now the moment you've all been waiting for. Tonight, 4 new warriors will be stepping up to the plate and challenging the normal arena. And if normal arena specifically isn't a clue to you, yes, there are going to be multiple levels. So let's get right to introducing our fierce fighters, shall we? In the blue corner, we are led by Father Kevin Graham of the Septian Church's Growlsritter. Standing against them in the red corner, we have the mysterious team Men in Black. Let the first round begin! Step on up and ready your weapons. Ready? Fight! I mean, I know it said your CP won't be restored, but... Oh wait, they don't drop any sabbath, never mind. I'm not sure if I'm actually ready for this yet, though. But I can at least turn Zin into a bigger tank than even Tita. I did make one mistake. I should have cast Zodiac with Kevin. Oh. Yes, please cluster up some more. Right, what is massively impressive at this point? Alright, shall we take out 4 of our opponents in one go? Let's take out 4 of our opponents in one go. Oh, I see. Yeah. True Distend is brokenly powerful. 60% strength up is insanely high. And 60% defense up just turns him into an unbreakable object. Yeah, despite the references, this isn't actually that. They are the security team on the Lusitania from the very beginning of the game, Coded. If you recall. I mean, this is how hard Zin punches now. Just casually. Okay, Chloe really needs to speed up because that took forever to go off. I think they were Northern Jaegers, yes. Nice.
All right, what's next?
The match is decided. The winner is Father Graham's team. Yeah, my throat still hurts. This is actually kind of hard to keep up with this level of voicing. We'll take a break in a minute. Oh, god damn it. Let's keep up this momentum. First, allow me to introduce who will be fighting in the second round. In the blue corner, we are led by Father Kevin Graham of the Septian Church's Growls Ritter. Standing against them in the red corner, we have the adorable but deadly Team Creepy Sheep. Step on up and ready your weapons. Ready? Fight! Okay, let's see. 14,000. Okay, they all have about 14,000. Here we are. The only disadvantage to Zodiac, it's incredibly good. It raises everyone's strength and defense by 25%. That is fantastic across the board. The disadvantage, if Zin has used Distend before that, his plus 60% strength and defense gets overwritten by Zodiac. So you need to wait until this has gone off before you use Distend. Ah! They're not immune to instant death. That's going to make this pathetically easy. Sorry. It is such a habit. Ow. Oh, I petrified it. Bing. It's just such a habit to whistle along to this music. I'll try to restrain myself. Oh, perfect. Quite bad. Actually, are they close enough for a Thunder God kick? Oh, that's really dumb. Actually, no, Thunder God kick isn't blitz in this one. Never mind. Actually true. Thunder God Kick is broken in second chapter if you can get enemies close together.
Let's end this.
Yeah, I'm sure I've explained it before, but there's something wrong with the AoE effect. If Thunder God Kick hits one target, it hits that target once. If it hits two targets, it hits those two targets twice. If it hits three targets, it hits those three targets thrice, and so on and so forth. Someone messed up at the coding level. But they are clearly going to die anyway. Christ, I am obliterating this fight.
That's that. Let's move out.
Now look at me, I just know it's broken in the PC version. And Thunder God Kick has such a short range, it's not a huge issue anyway. It's just amusing when you can get away with abusing it. The match is decided. The winner is Father Graham's team. Yeah, okay. The moment is upon us at last! It's time for the final round to begin! Will our challengers emerge victorious one last time? You won't have to wait long to find out! Well, allow me to introduce our final teams. In the blue corner, we are led by Father Kevin Graham of the Septian Church's Growls Ritter. Standing against them in the red corner, we have the Ouroboros-affiliated Team Gilbert! Step on up and ready your weapons. Ready? Embarrass! On the minor side, Gilbert does have 31,500 HP. So okay. He better not get away with that kind of luck again. Sorry. God damn, it is such a habit! No! I know, it's just... I do need to control myself there, because it is so automatic for me. Oh, I am not happy about that. In fact, I am not giving that other Sepith upturn away, thank you, because that cost a lot.
Charge complete!
Pardon me. I don't think you can impede that. Can you be delayed? You will distend so that you take barely any damage. I know this is probably going to freeze a lot, but Kevin is out of range and he has his AoE heal / defrost available. It breaks defense, never mind. Still fine.
I'll save you.
As you can see. Son of a...
I hold in my hand.
Might as well over the top then.
May its holiest of lights act as our shield. Rare fear!
He joined Ouroboros and is constantly trying to kill us, Brian. And he was part of a plot to burn down an orphanage. What do you mean, go full on evil? I mean, well and truly there already. He has not yet plumbed the depths of depravity. He was part of a plot to burn down an orphanage. You know. Fuck it, I'm embarrassing him.
Not done yet.
No, I think he still counts as evil. Yeah, but that's setting the bar ridiculously high. I do like that the reward is the Fool's Emblem, though. The match is decided! The winner is Father Graham's team! They've done it! Father Graham's team has conquered the normal arena! Now this one was kind of nasty. They get terrifying later because the higher difficulties are absolutely evil. Congratulations on your victory! Thank you, mysterious gentle friend. That was quite a show of skill. Your matches were a joy to watch. These are but a small token of my appreciation for making this such a fine tournament. You've now earned the right to challenge the hard arena. You will still need to find an invitation in order to do so, however. Should you find one, please do come back here. So yeah, that unlocks later. At least I'm assuming I don't get to bring along that item through New Game Plus. Okay, no. Phew. I don't think I have any chance against the hard arena now. No, I'm good, thank you. Time will tell, Brian. Time will tell. For now, let's quickly do a few fights to recharge the fountain back at base, recharge everyone's CP. Hello? Ah, there you are. Yeah. There are a number of terrifying opponents, Ray. But I'm not going to spoiler that.
They messed with the wrong guy.
If you really want to know, send me a DM on Discord, Ray, and I'll tell you there. But I don't want to spoiler it for everyone in chat.
Alright, what's next?
Also, I just realized something. One moment. Steam, I said Spiritfarer to download, not to pause in mid-download. Thank you. Oh, it's because I set myself to do not disturb, I think. A fair point. Let me quickly recharge the fountain and recharge everyone's CP, and then I will indeed take my break. This shouldn't take more than a minute, Smiley, so I think this is fair to quickly do.
They messed with the wrong guy.
That fountain in base recharges every, I think, 5 fights. I'm not sure what the exact rule set is, but it's something like that. Ooh, lots of Sepith. Yoink!
Nicely done.
Which is good, because... Remember that machine gun shot against me that that enemy had Sepith upturn for? I was at 4,500 wind Sepith before those fights. Ow! That machine gun attack hitting 2 targets with a Sepith upturn cost me 1,000 Sepith of every element. That hurts. That hurts a lot. I mean, I have a crap ton anyway, but still. That's not that bad, sort of, hand. The amount you lose is based on how much you have in the to begin with, I think. Oh, Tita's trying to explain the tetracyclic towers to Agate. Leave the poor thing alone, he won't understand. There we go, CP to max. I actually nearly got stuck there. That was weird. But yeah, I'm going to take a short break. As per usual, have yourself a drink, a stretch, a snack. I will see you all in a few moments. See? I stuck to what I said for my break time. And I return. Thank you for your patience. Yes. And hi, Asteria. Good to see you. Let me just get everything back to proper visibility. Okay. Now I'm in the position of having to decide what to do next. There are two options, essentially. Option 1. I clear the third moon door. Which is further story exposition for Chloe, specifically. And huge-ass setups for later games. Option 2. I actually continue the fourth plane. I really hope you do, Asteria, because that sounds like one of those days and then some. Because, yeah, I have now cleared all star doors and I can't clear all sun doors yet. Moon door 2, that's Sherazad. I can also do Sherazad's moon door, but I remember that one as being long. Good, but long. So yeah, Sherazad's door and Chloe's door. This is Estelle and Joshua, so I can't do anything there yet. I've cleared all 5 star doors, number 6. Oh yeah, the recipe door. I can also do that one. But on the other hand, maybe it's a good idea to first continue the main story a bit. With that in mind, let me swap my party back to Mueller and Zinn just to get everyone a little bit more equal leveling. Because it is actually immediately boss time. Also, hi Matty, if I haven't said hi Matty yet. Also, the Fool's Emblem, if memory serves, is actually quite a good accessory. Oh yeah, it raises some stats and lowers some others. It's actually a very silly item. I mean, it's dropped by Gilbert, so you know. Look over there! So yeah, where the hell did the mountains go? That must be the warp to the next plane. Still, it's hard to believe that this is the same spot where we saw that beautiful scenery earlier. I don't think we've got much choice but to accept this isn't the real Alok. Are you channeling McTribble then, Hunt? You think we should proceed onward? I'd say so. Might as well at least get a look at what we're going to be facing on the next... That's a big one! But not before we deal with this first. Hi. What? It's another of the 77 devils. The other gatekeeper of Gehenna, feared for its dark incantations and frightful magic. Astarte of the Abyss. Is this Weissman's evil eye? It's gotta be from the curse that was based on. Far more powerful version that binds space itself. Damn it, I can't move a muscle. If we can't break out of this, we're finished. Don't think I've got a choice here. Begone, foul, blasphemous beast. Hi, Reese. Reese! Thank goodness. I was worried I might not make it in time. Leave the devil to me. I'll take care of it in no time. I mean, you're good, but... Wait, since when can you instant cast spells, Reese? That seems like you're cheating, Reese. Impressive. She's not letting the Growl's written name down, that's for sure. Don't push your luck, Reese! You know as well as I do that's not an opponent you can take out on your own! I know, but I'm a squire of the Growl's Ritter. I have to at least try. Or try to break that shield. I've got a lot of things I want to say to you. But right now, what I want to do most of all is protect you! Just like you and Rafina protected me! No. Fucking hell, Smiley. Reese! Fair, Kevin. Sorry to reply to the DM. No! Reese! This music, by the way. This is one of those, oh, someone has stopped messing around moments. Kevin. Sure wasn't expecting to end up having to use this in here. This is just a formality for a worthless devil like you, but I hereby acknowledge you as a heretic to be hunted. Your chances to repent or beg for the goddess's forgiveness have long passed. May 1,000 thorns adorn your flesh with sorrow. Become dust and vanish into the void of ignorance! That's quite a bit of HP.
May 1,000 thorns adorn your flesh with despair. May you be as garbage, ignorant and alone. Strike! Unholy fears of time!
Right, I kind of want to take care of the flunkies too, so I'm just going to immediately follow up with Joshua's. Okay, that took care of most of the fight for me. Yeah, just don't leave the flunkies alive if you can avoid it. course, now it's pissed off, and I don't have an impede. And I also don't have the CP for a Grail Sphere. Shit. See, this is gonna suck. Ow! Just, you know... Fuck. Can this guy be delayed? No. I mean, it was wishful thinking, but still. Okay, Kevin has an upcoming turn, so it should be good. I like how Dark Matter tries to squish that huge model. Unless I'm much mistaken, they should all still be in range of Sacred Blade. Nice!
I'll save you.
One of the 77 Devils of Gehenna. The gatekeeper of magic, essentially. Well, it just did. But it nearly did for me. According to the scriptures, yes. So far we've fought 3. 3? Or 2? I think 3. Sam, Yulu was a little bit behind. He's a bit less behind. Yeah. Kevin. Phantasma with a PH. Oh. Yeah. Well, at least it gave us something to justify the trouble. Well done, Kevin Graham. You again. Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. And Evie, thank you for those. Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn ever fiercer and my kingdom draw closer to its true completion. You didn't perform as well as I hoped, but my words still came true, did they not? Just who are you? I think it's about time you took that lame-looking mask off and showed us your face, don't you? If that is what you wish, I would be happy to oblige. But ask yourself this. Is that truly what you desire? Or, you have but to say the word and the deed shall be done. Well, what's it to be? Do you wish to see my face? Kevin? That's enough, Lord of Phantasma. Stop trying to mess with Kevin's head with your cryptic nonsense. I'm doing no such thing. If he doesn't understand my words, that is because he chooses not to by himself. Regardless, the time has come for the child of the sun to return to you. No points if for guessing who this is. And hey, Bill Nye. And with that, you will finally have sufficient pieces for me to prepare some advanced game boards for you. No! Not again! Your next destination is the Path of the Dream Devils. Cross between the realms of shadow and light and gather the black and white pieces therein. Only upon the completion of your collection will your path to yet a new game board become clear. Kevin, I know you've got a lot you want to talk about, but let's save that until later, okay? But... oh, after all, it sounds like this contains the girl we've all been waiting for. Everything else can wait until after she's out of this stone. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, you're right.
I love the fact that Kevin gave the stone to Joshua to unseal, by the way. So far, Kevin has unsealed every single one of these sealing stones, but because we're pretty sure this is Estelle, it's Joshua who gets the honors. In other words... Two more. I also have the fishing, Sandor. Yay! Here she comes. What just happened? Hey, Estelle. Are you okay, Joshua? What was that light anyway? Huh? Yeah, I'm not surprised you're feeling kind of bewildered right now. Not every day you find yourself in a situation like this. Exactly, Bill Nye. How have you been, by the way? For that matter, how's everyone been, by the way? Yep. Can I super glue this fucking thing on? There we go. Damn it. Well, given that I got the flu on Thursday, Asteria, subpar. Goddamn, ow. Oh. Gonna feel that for a while. It's been a bit of a hectic week, Asteria. No worries. I mean, it's not as if you could have done anything about it. It's just one of those things that happens. Given the fact that August was a very busy and quite stressy month, I suspect it just killed my immune system a bit and screwed me over. It feels like I'm recovering, so assuming I don't fall back into a hole tomorrow, I should be good. Good. I'm sure that came off real convincing. You can say that again. I've missed you, Estelle. Same here. You guys missed me? I've missed you! Feeling all emotional all of a sudden. There's so many faces I haven't seen in ages here. I'm not as sure where to start. And I feel we've done a total 180 since I've last seen him too. I mean, wow, Olivier, you look all princely all of a sudden. When did you get your hair, Shara? And is that a new outfit? It's so daring. I've taken quite a liking to it myself. I have to say, I still prefer that old white coat. I feel much more at home in it than this. Everyone else is same old, though. Well, sorry for not breaking the bank on some new get-up for you to gawk at. These clothes are practically my work uniform at this point. It'd take a lot to get me to change them, like a new game you're featuring in. Oh man, it's so good to see you again. You don't look like you've changed at all. You're still a total layer ahead from where I'm standing. I mean, Gisette, come on. You've only just re-met her. With the exception of Reese, yes, Beliah. Yeah. Annalise, you're here too? I love how it still just casually ignores Gisette there. Oh, there we go. And as for you, Gisette, can you quit calling me a damn airhead? In case you were raised in a barn, that's not a very nice way to greet someone. Well, I was only telling the truth. Sounds like you're always a huge pain in the butt for poor Joshua. Okay, I'll give you sometimes, but always? Actually, you know what? Scratch that. It's none of your business! Well, though, even the captain and major are here. It's lovely to see you too, Estelle. It's been quite some time. This is the best reunion party ever. Don't forget about me, too. Kevin? I don't recognize the person with you, though. Hi. Hello, I'm Rhys Argent, Esquire of the Gralsritter. Kevin's told me quite a lot about you. He has, huh? It's nice to meet you. You really are a special girl, Estelle. Just having you here brightens up the room. Well, the plateau open to the void, Kevin. You really think so? Hey, are you okay? You look a little pale. What? Sorry, Rhys. Gonna have to take a rain check on our talk. Kevin handed the cube to Rhys. Yeah, I mean Rhys because she wasn't part of the original party. Everyone else was part of the original party, but Rhys is a bit the odd one out. What are you... I'll leave things to you for a while. Keep moving on. Kevin! Is this because of that thing he did? What thing? What's going on? Kevin, wake up, Kevin! Chapter 4. The Dark Stigma. Look at me, Kevin Graham. Instructor Selnut? Yay, memories. You look as though you haven't eaten in days. Although by the sound of it, you really haven't. Nor have you even been drinking anything. I was saddened to hear the news about Rufina as well, but unfortunate accidents are a fact of life, especially in our line of work. It's the risk we all choose to shoulder when we depart on a mission. Kill me. Excuse me? I've got no reason to be a knight anymore. I've got no reason to even live anymore. If someone has to kill me, I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. I didn't even have the time to feel pain before you were done. So, if that is your wish, in what world do you think I would happily oblige such an asinine request? You do remember what you said when you first became a squire, hmm? You said you offered your soul to the goddess above and your body and blood to her church here on earth. After swearing that, you think you have the right to beg for death, much less a painless one? Don't make me laugh. Still, I was reluctant to even relay this information for you. But after seeing how pathetic a state you're in, perhaps it won't be so difficult after all. Squire of the Gralsritter, Kevin Graham. From this day on, you are to assume the position of Fifth Dominion. Your appointment was decided by the Congregation of the Sacraments, and even His Holiness the Pope has given his approval. The job is yours. What? I imagine you must at least have heard rumors that the position of Fifth Dominion was vacant. Has been for several decades, too. Congratulations. It turns out that position was meant for you. How the hell did that baby squire I once helped teach reach the same rank as me? I'm sure the Fifth Merkaba will be pleased to finally see the light of day. Why? Oh, and incidentally, it's tradition to take on a title of your choosing after becoming a Dominion. you might want to start giving some thought to what you want sooner rather than later. As you already know, mine is Cornelia, simple a name as it is. I don't care about titles. I don't care about any of these things. Why me? I couldn't even protect Rufina from... Why me? And to that I say, that is of no consequence here. What is of consequence is that Rufina Argent was a highly capable knight. She may not have manifested a stigma of her own, but her problem-solving abilities were at times greater than even a Dominion's. Her loss will be keenly felt, and it will be up to our new 5th Dominion to fill it. The words of His Eminence the Cardinal. Oh, this is rich. This is just rich. My throat already hurts. I am not going to try insane laughter. Oh man, it's so funny, it hurts. I become a knight to protect Rufina, then I end up shooting to the top over the ranks of her dead body. Amazing, huh? Who could have seen that coming? I wish I could go back in time to tell myself when I signed up that was going to happen just to see my face. Yeah, he's a broken boy. So, what'll you do? I should make it clear that you do have the right to refuse your new appointment. Admittedly, no one in the Grasritter's 1,000-year history has turned down a Dominion position, so doing so would be unprecedented, but still. Well, no shit. No, I humbly accept my new position. I'm ready to start work as soon as it's there for me. Hell, start piling it on me today. I'm up for it. All right, then. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and don't hold back on me either. Throw me the really hard stuff. The kind you'd need to be a masochist to want to take on. Yeah, Kevin has never really been in his right mind since the death of Rufina, as this shows. And that title thing? Let's go with Heretic Hunter, okay? That sounds just perfect. Wow, so that's what happened. The more I hear, the more off the wall everything happening there sounds. I'm not surprised. We're making progress on working out what's going on, thankfully. We know the place we're in is called Phantasma, and about how it has its own unique rules that govern it. We also know that all of us were chosen based on some criteria, then drawn into it. We still have plenty of questions that need answering, but they can largely be summed up by the following 3. 1. Who are the Lord of Phantasma and Schwarzritter? 2. What is the cube and the identity of the ghost who appears to be connected to it? 3. What is Phantasma and how did it come to exist? That's a pretty succinct way of putting it. There are other questions, of course, but it's true that most of those generally fall under those 3 in some way. Hiccups, pardon me. Why are there fiends roaming around comes under number 3, for example. Dividing everything up like that does make it all a heck of a lot easier to understand, yeah. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that, Assyria. I hope everything goes well there. Oh, but wait. Where does Kevin falling unconscious come into all this? You made it sound like because of that was him fighting some giant devil? Oh. It certainly seems that way. More specifically, the power he used to break the barrier that surrounded us must have been the cause. The one that made that red symbol show up on his back. I wonder what it was then. I haven't any idea what it could have been either. I've never understood why people respond that way. Are you okay with me returning? We'd rather you sit out your quarantine. How fucking dare you answer the question that I just asked you? I find that sort of thinking always baffling. Is that just me? If you don't want the answer, don't ask the bloody question. It's possible it may be some form of thaumaturgy passed down through the church, but I can hardly be sure. Yeah, how dare you give the wrong answer, but still. Joshua? Do you think you know what could have been? I think I do. I can't be sure, but I think it was a stigma. Seriously? Isn't that the thing that appeared on your shoulder? Yeah, it was. What you saw was a physical manifestation of an image Weissman had placed deep within my mind in order to control me. Kevin's is likely the same, save the control factor. However, I have a feeling his is also significantly more powerful than mine was. Well spotted, Joshua. Reese? Say, how's Kevin doing? His condition seems to have marginally improved, but what he did resulted in a heavy burden being placed on his mind, so I think it would be best for him to rest a while longer. Oh, yeah, that's always a good one. No, it's just my character. Yeah, but if you wrote your character to act like an asshole and you act like a worse asshole, you're still being an asshole. That's a relief. Oh, he sure knows how to give people a fright. You'd have seen Weissman. Do you mind if I get clarification on something, Reese? Was my theory correct? Yes, it was. He did indeed use the power of his stigma. However, the key difference between his and yours is that his is one of the original kind, on which yours was likely based. If the entire group doesn't want him in anymore, yeah, that's end of story, sadly. Sucks that you're in a position to have to make a decision like that. Exactly, Delsus. But yeah, it's still sucky. For example, I'd hate to be in a position if one of my mods turned toxic. Don't expect it, don't worry. But if that happened, what if all my other mods said, he goes or I go, or she goes or I go? I'd be fucking terrified of having to take action. So yeah, Asteria. I hope things went off with a minimum of, let's call it negative fireworks. It is sad, but in the end, it is true that he made his own bed. It's a shame, and I don't wish misfortune on him, but yeah. If you make your own position impossible, don't be surprised when your position is removed. Anyway. A seal carved into a person's very soul, said to manifest only in the dominions of the Gralsritter. What's a dominion? I've heard rumors of their existence personally. The dominions are a group of 12 knights who lead the Gralsritter. They're supposed to possess incredible power. That's also correct. Their stigmas are the source of that power. They also allow the people who possess them to strengthen their body beyond what most would think humanly possible. Again, as I said, Asteria, I would be terrified of confrontations like that, so I don't blame you at all. And if it prevented a further massive meltdown, I think that's probably for the best as well. As well as use high-level thaumaturgy, far exceeding the capabilities of other knights. As I'm sure you've pieced together, Kevin is one of them, specifically the 5th Dominion. Are we even talking about the same Kevin who's been leading us around here? It sure doesn't feel like it. Sorry, but I'm a bit confused. Did Kevin have his stigma implanted within him like Joshua did? I occasionally think that, but I try not to whine about it. No. Ordinarily, stigmas aren't carved in that manner. They appear on their own without human intervention. There are 12 dominions, and that number has always been consistent throughout history. There are times when spots are left unfilled because a stigma bearer to fill them has yet to appear. But they're always out there, whether their stigma is manifested or not. No worries, sometimes you need to vent. That's so weird, don't you think? But yeah, this is why Joshua had that stigma carved on his mind. Weissman, being a member of the church, knew about the Congregation of the Sacraments, and more importantly, of the dominions and their stigmas, and sought to replicate the effects, and basically used Joshua as his testing doll / guinea pig. Weissman was very fucked up. The fact that he got turned into a pillar of salt, he's probably the most deserving person in the entire Trails universe to have had that happen to him. So, does that mean the stigma Joshua had? Mine was only a replica of the real thing. Weissman was originally a clergyman, so he probably had access to a way to make such a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot he said that. He used to be a bishop in the Congregation for the Sacraments, which is the organization that the Gralsritter answers to. Even back in those days, he was in contact with Ouroboros and stealing numerous sacraments from the church. Things that were stolen included a vast amount of literature and research on the stigmas of the dominions. We believe he then went on to use that material as a basis to realize his dream of creating some sort of superhuman over with the society. I thought so. Still, while I think I have a vague understanding of just what these stigmas are now, I'm still not clear how using that power led Kevin to collapse. Does that risk naturally come with the use of your stigma's power, or is there something more to it? Well, I don't know exactly why, but Kevin very rarely uses the power of his stigma at all. I've heard that the only time he relies on it is when disposing of those he brands heretics. In other words, those whose sins are too great for them to ever be able to walk the path of righteousness ever again. Disposing of? That is so ominous. So let me make sure I got this straight. He used a superpower he barely uses out of nowhere, and that caused him to black out because his body wasn't ready for it? That's what I believe is likely the case. Can stigma manifest generally in everyone, or only in people that... Generally in everyone, but if you have one, you will be one of the Dominion. Basically, so... have stigma equals Gralsritter. I see. I think I understand well enough now. Are you sure it's fine for you to be telling us this? Yes, I'm almost positive Kevin was planning on telling you himself before he fell unconscious. And I believe telling all of you this is necessary in order to ensure your cooperation in the rest of our investigation. Well, if you're sure. Yeah, more than a little. Basically, if you turn out to have a stigma, if you're not already in the church will have eyes on you. Wait, does that mean... If no one has any objections, I'd like to take Kevin's place and lead until he wakes up again. Is that alright with everyone? No problems here. Are you sure you don't want to stay here, though? I would have thought you'd want to stay and look after him. Before he collapsed, Kevin entrusted me with the cube. As such, I believe this is my duty as a squire in his service. So please, don't worry about me. Right now, I'd much rather be helping all of you. Well, if you're sure... I personally see no reason to say no. The remaining members will be sure to look after Kevin. You won't have to worry about a thing, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. What's wrong, Estelle? Well, so, Reese, I've got a favour I want to ask, if you don't mind. Would you mind if I came with you when you head out to explore? Is there any specific reason? Estelle? Well, it's just I've only just returned to the world of the living, right? I feel like I want to go and see what's going on for myself. And I mean, I'm a bracer, so I doubt I'll get in your way or anything. So, would you mind? Not in the least. I'd love it if you accompanied me. Thanks. Sorry for up and deciding that on my own, Joshua. Sorry? For what? If that's what you want to do, then you won't hear any complaints from me. We'll be counting on you to do a good job backing Reese up. You know it! Right. So, Reese, Estelle, what are the lowest levels right now?
Understood.
Julia, and I think... Yeah, I know Mueller is still lower level, but I want to bring Olivia just for the spellcasting. And of course... I would not be surprised, Carevader. Although it could also be considered that the stigma are in a way tied to Idios herself. So Idios has a hand in choosing who gets the stigma. And as such, Kevin being in the position he was in, Idios just went, "Yep, you're sold. Done." There are many theories. At the moment, I don't think we have any very direct confirmation of most of them. Anyway, let's get equipment and equipment set. Also, this artwork of Estelle is adorable. Right, Estelle had a gold gem at the center because that'll give her the most variety. Wow, I gave Estelle oh, I made her a bit of a caster just to give her access to all the heals, that was it. And then an emerald gem to give her the La heals. Yes, I just said La heals. Someone's going to make a La hee joke. And it would have been Kazi if she were here. Onyx Wind and Ruby, yeah. Yeah, that gives her a very broad variety of decent spells. Also a few attack spells, but Estelle's not really a caster. Figured. And she had a Tiger Heart and Feather Brooch Plus. Oh. I'm out of Feather Brooch Pluses. Okay. Well, instead, I guess I'll give her... Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Oh, Olivia has it. Well, whatever. Sorry. Catchy bloody music. Does Suzette have one of those? Yes, okay. Never quite understood why this one is named Moby Dick. It seems like such a strange name for a gun. Right. Yeah, Kazi has her aunt over at the moment, so she couldn't join up for the moment. Maybe she'll join up a bit later on. Yeah, I just saw it. I don't think it's going to matter much. I don't think you can ban them anymore if they're already suspended. Yep. To those of you wondering, remember that Hoss00312 underscore that followed me, oh, there we go, some time ago? Well, there's another one. It looks like that is a very active bot account that keeps recreating different bot names. That's going to get on my nerves before long. It's been one thing after another since we got in here, but I'm just glad you turned out to be alright. Who, me? But of course! Joshua was putting on a brave face the whole time, but you know him. Anyone could tell how worried he was about you. I can't believe you. Well, I can't say I blame him, not one bit. I was worried sick when I found out the Lord of Phantasma had captured you. It must have been much worse for him. I was captured? For real? Was I? I mean, I guess I was, but it sure doesn't feel like it. I don't even remember anything like that happening. Well, whatever. No big deal if I can't remember, right? You never change. And neither do I. Now I can go back to drinking worry-free! Why? What did I say? Oh, Reese, are you okay now? I'm fine. I managed to avoid taking any direct blows in the battle. I think she means about your anger earlier, Reese. I knew you'd go and help Kevin out if he really needed it. Well, I did some serious thinking about what you said. Just as Kevin had his reasons for wanting to be a knight, I've got my own reasons for becoming a squire. So? Okay then. Now all we need to do is wait for Kevin to wake up so you can tell him how you feel. Am I right? Yes, you're right. Unless, thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Wow. I didn't know you two were so close. Oh, but I'm sure you know why, though. It's because she's so cute! Is anyone surprised? No? Nope. Oh, Estelle! You know how Kevin's doing? He's fine, I think. He's got both Joshua and Chloe looking after him. Right. What a relief. I'm sorry for worrying you. Huh? What are you apologizing for? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Okay. Dominion or not, I don't know what that priest was thinking going nuts and knocking himself out cold. Could have ran what he was planning past us first before becoming dead weight. Some people, I swear. Do you remember when you took a bullet for someone and then ended up hospitalized because it was poisoned? Look who's talking, bucko. I like how Estelle also picked up on that. Oh, by the way, Zin, is it true that Killica quit her job as guild receptionist? Yeah, it is. Sorry for me constantly picking at my nose. It's itching like a bastard. Ooh, I felt that. She got a job offer from elsewhere that she ended up taking. It wasn't an easy choice for her, to be sure. But it was a good opportunity, so I'm glad she took it. Either way, because of that, she had to go back to Calvert. Oh, right. I'll think about it. Well, she's got to do what's best for her, I guess. It's gonna be really weird when I next go to the guild in Zeiss and she's not there, though. Maybe so, but it's not like you can't go and see her over in Calvert. I mean, you're in the middle of touring the continent as it is. Just drop by and pay her a visit. You can come and see me too while you're at it. You make a compelling argument, Zin. Okay then. When we finally manage to get ourselves out of here, I'll do just that. I'm looking forward to it already. Oh, by the way, Ray, I mentioned it earlier, but did you want me to spoiler you the final fight in that Grand Arena lineup, or would you like to find out as I get to it in stream? Because if you want to know, I'll just DM it to you. Otherwise, it'll be worth. Trust me on this one. Let me quickly grab Agate and Tita. Find out on stream. Very good. That is the correct attitude. So, we're dealing with foes who are content on making an enemy out of an extremely powerful dominion, are we? The Swart Ritter and the Lord of Phantasma will surely be a force to be reckoned with. Which is why I'm going to stay here and get my beauty sleep. I wouldn't stand a chance against them. You're coming along, Olivier. Of course, it's going to be a while before I get to that point, but, you know, sooner or later. I was aware that Father Graham was a member of the Graal's Ritter. I certainly wasn't aware that he was such a high-ranking member of the group, however. One of its most powerful members at that. Yeah, Kevin's been keeping a lot of secret. There was a point when Olivier tried delving into research on the Graal's Ritter. He wasn't able to ascertain as much in the end, no matter how hard he tried, though. After seeing for myself what their strongest members are capable of, I can understand why he'd want to look into them. And now he can count one of them as a personal friend. I'm not bullying him. I'm bringing him along because he's a good spellcaster. Oh, nice. Did I ever read the entirety of Carnelia, by the way, the book from the first game? Because that one is actually very relevant to this game. It's been quite enjoyable, but I've eaten and need to start moving or I'm going to get lazy and not want to get started again. That sounds like bliss, but I get what you mean. And thanks, Asteria. Have a good one, and as ever, cheers for dropping in. Oh, good God. I'm going to want to look into that, because that is getting absurd. To those of you wondering what we're talking about, that Hoss account... let me very quickly do a screen cap. That's a lot of Hosses, and they are active in a lot of channels at the same time. So, to put it very politely, that seems, completely fucking bullshit. I don't know who or what is managing this bot farm, but I'd like them to stop. I don't think much will happen to it, I'm afraid, Carvader. Fair, Hunt, but that one hasn't really caused any huge issue yet. But I don't think preemptively banning all the Hosses is going to do much, I'm afraid. Because they'll just make another Hoss, only with a different underscore, with a 0 instead of an O. Just ban them as they come along, I guess. I just want to figure out what the whole goal is of that thing. How is he, Joshua? Generally fine. He's in a deep sleep right now. He's been groaning every so often, though. What, really? That doesn't sound good. Don't worry. The only real symptom he's showing is a light fever. All we can do is let him rest. It's going to take some time for him to recover. The mental burden he's carrying is just as taxing on his body. Oh, for sure. Well, keep an eye on him, okay? Thank you, Chloe. Joshua. No problem, Reese. Leave it to us. I'm surprised just how capable Josette actually is. She's a real natural when it comes to looking after people. Ick. You really think so? Okay, that should do the trick for now. We'll just have to make sure he doesn't get too cold. Maybe I should whip up some porridge for when he gets up. Wow. I had her written off as a total dumbass, but she may actually be kind of capable? Killed O in AS4. Huh? I have no idea what that is. Final Fantasy XIV spoiler reactions. Ah! Omega weapon in Alexander's Substratum 4. I'm trying, damn it. Also, if I were right about Omega weapon, you're allowed to tell me. At least 50% of that was wrong. Fair enough. I mean, that's fair, Hunt. It's just a case of... I want to look into all the hotspots and why they exist in the first bloody place. Well, if we're talking anti-spoilers, the O, I would guess, stands either for Omega or Ozma. Those are the two first O names for bosses that come to mind. Oh, I'm not going to their channels, Hunt. I'm just going to Google to see if there are any articles on it. I'm not going to be stupid enough to visit all their channels. It's a Stormblood patch raid. Wait, didn't Stormblood do Final Fantasy VIII bosses? Are you fighting O'Cypher? Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Why do people watch my streams? I ask myself this question every day. You have mentioned at least one thing correct. You know what? I'm going to guess that Omega weapon was correct then, because, yeah, Omega, Final Fantasy, yeah. SB didn't do Final Fantasy VIII? Oh, was that still your... I thought Final Fantasy VIII stuff, the Eden raid, wasn't that Shadowbringers? Oh, Hildebrand. Hello! I'm Manny O'Hildebrand, the Irish cousin. Oh wait, I already spoke to you guys. The Proxon said Stormblood. Oh right, I'm mixing up expansions. My bad. Oh wait. No, never mind. Hildebrand Savage, please no. If you've been streaming on Twitch the past couple of days, you might have noticed the HOS users popping up. Me not knowing anything, I clicked on the users on my phone a couple of times, thinking they were just usual bots, but then I found there are summer IP grabbers. Pre-ban them all. Have fun. Fucking hell. Why? What is the purpose? Fucking jackasses, the lot of them. Hi, I'm a massive arsehole. Seriously, I just do not understand what the point of the whole IP grabbing scam is. Right, let's kill a few enemies, recharge CP, and then... I'm not going to do a full Moonstar or Sandor, assuming Poxon still wants to claim time. Ah, that'll do it. Thank you, Poxon. I'm not sure if you guys can see the ban messages, but yeah, expect to see a lot of them for the coming few minutes. Regrettably, Yeah, this is the problem. Even after banning all of them, you know they're going to be a bunch more with slightly different variations on the name. If you can't see the ban messages, carry on as normal, please. Thank you.
Shouldn't have done that.
We did it! Goddess, my thanks.
That should do. Ah. Well, so far the banning tally is up to 5 bans. See, now I am genuinely curious what I was right about. Boxing, can you at least tell me which I was correct about? I mean, if it was Omega Weapon, I am not going to be surprised because, you know, I would have been staggered if there wasn't at least one incarnation of Omega Weapon in Final Fantasy XIV. And if you want to keep it from others, feel free to whisper it. It is Omega, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can now clear a lot of Moon and Star doors. But they will take a while, so... Let's first very quickly go to the 5th plane, just so we have it marked. After that... What time is it? 10 minutes past 11. Whoa! I thought I was ready after you guys told me what happened, but seeing the place you once trained at like this is... weird. Oh, wait until I take you to Balstar Channel. So this warp thingy here is going to take us to the next plane? That's right. The next should be the 5th. Presumably the first of the more advanced game boards the Lord of Phantasma mentioned. That's perfectly fine, Boxen. We're gonna be in for a really tough ride, aren't we? But hey, we've come here through plenty of those just fine. We can knock this one out too. Certainly hope so. Something wrong? No, but I do have a question. Why did you specifically put your name forward to accompany me? Huh? Is it really that big a deal? I can't think of any specific reason you could have to offer to support me. And yet, when making a request, your eyes were filled with determination and resolve, so it wasn't something you did on a whim. Cheers, Hunt. You don't mind my inquiry, do you? No, it wasn't a whim, though, so you're right about that. It's just that I don't have some big special reason for doing it either. I guess I just wanted to give something back. What do you mean? Well, like, Kevin did a lot for me back during all that trouble in Liberl. He bailed me out of trouble more times than I can count, and he helped Joshua deal with what was burdening him too. Now he's in trouble just like we were, so it's this thing where I found myself wondering whether there was anything I could do to help. Coming and backing you up was the best way I could do that. Estelle. Now I get it. I'm still not sure that I understand. I understand that you feel indebted to Kevin, but how does helping me go towards repaying that? Isn't that obvious? You're super important to him, aren't you?
Armor-piercing question! Estelle Bright!
What? I'm not implying you're going out or anything, just from all I've heard and seen since getting here, seems like you basically view each other as family. I'm not wrong, right? No, you're right. Before all this started, we hadn't met for almost 5 whole years. The only reason we met again at all was because of work. I'm not sure there's any bond between the two of us at all anymore. Yeah, I'm not buying that one. Did I ever mention how much I love Estelle's character? She is so well written. What's so funny? The connections between people deepen over time to become bonds, and once such bonds are formed, they can never be broken. However far apart those people may be, no matter where life may take them, those bonds will always exist in some way. Not my words, by the way. They're just something some old guy I know said to me a while back. Who said that again? And I happen to agree with him. I mean, I do remember the quote, but I can't place who said it precisely. Kevin was happy to entrust everything to you without a second thought, right? You were talking like you knew what he was thinking earlier too, about how he was going to tell us about his stigma. It's proof enough that there's still a strong bond between you. I wish I could be so confident. No. Give me a few moments, Carvader. I'll load the autosave. Still, I can understand why you wanted to come with me now. I appreciate it too. Thank you, Estelle. You're very welcome. I do have one more question, though. It's something of a personal one, however. Huh? Like what? I'll answer it if I can. There's a good chance to get to know each other. Alright, forgive me if that sounds blunt, but... do people often tell you that you're too soft for your own good?
Armor-piercing question! Reese!
What? Yeah. What are you laughing for? I think I have my answer. At least let me answer before making up your mind. Oh, it was Cassius. Some old guy. Wow, Estelle. Yeah, screw it. Let's get going. Right behind you. I'm curious because Estelle comments on the weirdness here, but what does she... would she say anything about Bellstar Channel now being, you know... warm? Ah, shame. Missed opportunity. It would have been hilarious to bring Estelle here and Estelle just going, what the absolute fairy tales? Oh well. It's Estelle. Good bracer girls don't swear. Fair enough. Hello and welcome. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I see the list hand. Where are we now? Seems to be another enclosed dimensional space. Welcome to the luminous labyrinth. Could do, but I think it might be good to do that post-stream. Just to make sure chat doesn't go, Hunt has banned, Hunt has banned, Hunt has banned, Hunt has banned. Like a giant labyrinth of marble in a rift between dimensions. Or at least that's how it appears. Yeah, this'll be a blast to go through. We're gonna need to put our backs into this one. Indeed. And quite immediately, too. Huh? Oh, God damn it. Here they come! I know, Brian, but... you know... I try to keep up with chat at all times, so if messages get blocked away by ban messages. These are dream spiders. They're foul beasts that devour people's dreams and replace them with nightmares. Well, this plane's off to an awesome start. Well, whatever. Let's kick some devil butt. Also, can I just note... ew... no, seriously. Ew. And apparently that's an incubus. I thought those things were supposed to, you know, make people fall for them by being very appealing and thus drain them of energy, that would not be appealing. You know, the male variant of succubi. You know it's... I mean, fair enough. Oh shit, I just realized Reese has been out of the party for an entire chapter. She's gonna be well behind.
You ready for this?
Sure. Magical glamours could answer a lot of those questions, true enough, Kevin. Not in the mode! Yeah, but most personas are not exactly appealing.
Here for a rematch.
Possible, Belial. Oddly, Carvader, no, it's not. Can't think why. To those of you who haven't heard that meme before, I would show you a screenshot of Mara, but it would genuinely get me in trouble with Twitch. That is the problem. That is genuinely how bad that persona is. Penis Chariot is genuinely the accurate description of it. And I'm blushing, aren't I? Yeah. I think that was the last of them. Oh, I'm bushed. So, were those the kind of devils you were talking about back in the garden? More specifically, it's a subspecies of devils known as dream devils. Sorry, devils. Known as dream devils. Dream devils, also known as drevels. Yeah, I am sorry. Yeah, my brain kind of conflated some terms there, Drevels. They're said to specialize in attacking the mind. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Drevels. And I think we've confirmed that to be perfectly accurate. Sorry, Drevels, I had to. We're gonna need to put in more than our backs at this rate. How about we double check our equipment one last time before we head on? That certainly sounds wise. Oh, God damn it, Boxer! That was horrible and you know it. There's no such thing as being too cautious. Oh, yes, there is. Can I point you to Erica Russell? Just putting it out there, Reese. Just Erica Russell. Done. Exactly, Belial. Also, new weaponry? New weaponry! Wait, I already have all of these. Now I have two characters who can equip many of these weapons, so I need a second of many types. Of course, I can also just buy a car. No, what I mean is that Erica Russell... You can be too cautious, because Erica Russell, when it comes to Tita, is entirely too cautious. And frankly, disturbing. Yeah, essentially. Erica Russell is kind of a meme in the community for numerous reasons. Also, by the way, this labyrinth features probably my favorite... one of my favorite doors. It's a bit hard to call all of them
We're good to
favorites.
go.
God, the experience here. Ah, story chest. Sorry. God. I just cannot stop myself, can I? Also. It might be the one I'm about to reach, so you'll find out momentarily, but otherwise I'll DM it to you. Nice. Triple level up? I'll take a triple level up. You're next. Okay, bye! At this point, the Grimoire enemies become interesting and distressing. And time-consuming, yes. Now they can turn into characters. And when they do, they have a chance to drop powerful weapons for those characters. Oh, you didn't. Yes, you did. You became Estelle. Okay, that is kind of uncanny like that. I didn't expect them to stand right next to each other like that, but that's actually kind of nice. Sometimes you get these moments of coincidence that make me smile. Am I alone in that? It definitely is, Caravader. Yeah, that would be a shame. Just slam! That's the real me! Oh. That's her ultimate S-craft. This is gonna hurt. Ow. I mean, it's not lethal, but that's still a significant blast. Not a single item drop, of course. Let's see. All may set foot within this door. To lay claim to its rewards, however, you must first overcome a trial. Okay, not the one I thought it was. Then I'll send you a quick DM, Caravader. I'm sure you see what I mean immediately. That is something I wanted to get to in just a moment, Hunt. So, Boxen, I assume you still want to claim time? Because then I am going to round off this game very shortly. Because I'm leveling up massively here. Someone used to keep his magazine stash in here. Just going to go on a little bit more, but I will stop shortly then and swap to game. Enjoy your shower, Hunt. Let me think. This one first. This game does, however, show a bit of an unfortunate trend that Falcom started to develop with their dungeon design. They like to occasionally present dungeons as maze-like, but as you can see with this one, it's actually quite linear. This one still has you get multiple choices of teleporters before you can go on, so this one is still a bit maze-like, but in most cases, even the more maze-like dungeons, especially in later games, follow an extremely linear path. You can't really fuck up. I also found sword, yes. You hear some funky music playing from within the chest, but you do not see any instrument. Maybe there's a player. Oh right, these things are very offensive. Yeah, you and me both. Luckily, Reese has a double turn. It's not a bad thing in itself, Zelsus. The problem I have is that pretty much all dungeons are that linear.
I've worked up an appetite.
I wouldn't mind a slightly more maze-like dungeon design every so often, just to shake things up. Yeah, the experience here is really good. As in really good. Actually, wait, I'm going to give one a turn just to make sure that I get to destroy the few. Oops, I didn't mean to attack. Fuck it, not worth a waste of time.
We're good to go.
But yeah, it's not a major complaint, it's just something that I noticed that they have a habit of doing, basically. Nice! Better AoE heal. There was... Right. There was once an heir to a kingdom who allowed everyone a piece of meat from a boar and up of wine, provided, of course, they found the key to his secret cellar underground. Finding it was no mean feat. This treasure chest physically pains me. It is very well done, but god damn it. And Cassie, thank you very much for the host. But yeah, I love how the moment you read this one out loud, it's fine. Yeah, it is hard to read, but once you read it out loud, it makes perfect sense. Like I said, there was once an heir to a kingdom who allowed everyone a piece of meat from a boar and up of wine, provided, of course, they found the key to his secret cellar underground. Finding it was no mean feat. It makes perfect sense then. Yeah, the first time I got that chest, I also went, wait, huh? What?
Care for a rematch?
Very nice. The blender binner has left the building. Excellent. Ooh, gun. Cry into my chest. Oh god, that is a shame. Still, you did mention that it was an old thing, so getting a new one is not a huge disaster. And yes, it is quite easy to get lost in this dungeon. Despite what I said earlier. Oh, this thing! Yeah, hi! I forgot about this one. Yeah, these things are incredibly tough. And hit really f***ing hard. On the plus side, I have Vital Cannon 3 now. Which is an incredibly good AoE heal. Ha! Yes, Kazi. I'm about to wrap up this game and swap to Spiritfarer, in fact. I mean, I could, Belaya. Or I could do this. In which case, I don't need to keep Tisa away from it. Ah, sorry, Kazi. Poxon actually gifted me the game Spiritfarer earlier, and essentially would like me to have a look. You just witnessed me complete that door. Holy mother of experience, yeah. Oh, I see. Fair enough, Level up. Flame Smash 3. Right, you don't have to fight bosses to get new characters now. Another stone? Wow, that thing sure is pretty. Is it some kind of septium? No, it's what's known as a sealing stone. You were inside of one just like this when we found you. I was? Are we gonna find someone in this too? Without a doubt. You wouldn't happen to have any inkling as to who it could be, could you? Let me think. Hey, Estelle. You don't think it could be your old man, do you? No, because that would fundamentally break the game. I mean, seriously. Adding Cassius to the party would be absolutely fucking hilarious. And you could also just one-shot the final boss. So no, Agate. Just no. Stop it. Stop making the players think, oh my god, could we get Cassius? He'd be a real big help about now. That would be a cool New Game Plus bonus, true. Oh god, there's the Dorothy obsession again. I don't think we're that lucky, though. Could Grandpa be inside? Well, it's true that he's busted us out of a jam plenty of times in the past. Wasn't he out of the country on vacation, though? Estelle, you were in Crossbell. Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe not, then. It sounds as though there are a number of possibilities. And the fastest way to find out which one rings true is to take this back to the garden. Yee! I suppose that explains why this monster is so powerful, actually, Belaya. Because there's no actual boss for the Sealing Stone. I spoke to Grace Velgar, and Grace Velgar wants to put me on a trial before they agree to help us. So, that one. I know, but it is kind of telling that its first appearance is right in front of that. Yeah, and that door is still locked. Let me activate this stone so I can teleport here immediately. Because I have already... Yeah, I've checked everything down here. And everything from up here I still need to check. So this is the perfect stone to wrap up once I've saved that party member and swap games. Oops, that actually put me out of money for a moment. I have money again, look at that. I mean, it's nice to have 10 at arts defense and 5 agility, but I don't think it can hold up against 400 defense. Fair enough, Cassie. Actually, I think I'm just going to keep those heat-resistant boots. That speed increase is absurdly good. It's a shame that I lose so much defense, but on the other hand, 15 speed is insanely helpful. Also, I'm not going to be on for that much longer, so I'm going to do Poxon's time, and then I'm probably going to wrap up and get the hell to bed. Who could it be, indeed? And no, Cassius is not an option, nor is Dorothy! There are a few left, but not many. Zelsis is a kind and caring annoying personality. Welcome back, Hunt. Found the next sealing stone, so this is a good wrap-up point for me. Ah, and that clears that doorway. What? That looks like... It couldn't be. Could it? You've got to be kidding me! A stun grenade? Duked in hand. Oh god, that would be an addition. Who goes there? Speak your name! What? I sure didn't see this coming. I presume you're all familiar with this one? As all I can tell by the uniform is that it's from the Royal Army. Cassie, you remember that Hoss 00312 name that followed a few times? They've been linked to IP stealing, and there are a lot of various names like that, so Hunt did a bunch of group bans on the names that were known. Yeah, we certainly are. I'm not sure what's going on here. Estelle, Joshua? And is that you, Your Highness? Yes, it is. It's good to see you again, Richard. I feel the same. The pleasure is all mine, Your Highness. I'm delighted to see you well and in good health. There's no need to stare at the floor when you're talking to me, you know? How have you been? Thanks to Her Majesty's extraordinary kindness, I have been doing very well. I hope you'll forgive me for asking. I'm afraid I don't quite understand the situation I found myself in. Would it be any trouble to request a brief explanation of where we stand?
No! You're a soldier, you follow orders.
It would probably be easier if I handled that. I don't believe we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Rhys Argent, Esquire affiliated with the Graalsritter. The Graalsritter? I see. It sounds as though the situation is even more abnormal than I thought. I suppose I should introduce myself as well. My name is Alan Richard. I was once a colonel in the Royal Army's Intelligence Division, as well as a traitor who attempted to instigate a coup d'etat. This clearly doesn't weigh on his mind at all in any way. At present, however, I run the research agency RNA Research. Bonus points if you can guess what the A stands for. Thank you. I think I have a solid grasp now. I wish I knew what else to say. What do you mean? As in, like, you're having trouble believing all of what we just told you? Well, part of me feels that way, yes. But that's not really it. The greatest doubt in my mind is simply... why me? Huh? I look at everyone here and I see comrades who know how to fight alongside one another to turn even the darkest of odds in their favor. Asinine Richard. Whether this turn of events was the will of the goddess or someone else, I can't rightly say. But from where I'm standing, you've already formed the perfect team for overcoming the obstacles before you. I guess so. I sure as hell don't want to work with her, though. I don't want her stupid rubbing off on me. Oh, you're gonna feel really stupid after I thwack your brains to mush. Not now, you two. If I may. I find it hard to understand how I, of all people, came to be here. Far from working together well with all of you, I'm a criminal who threatened both your lives and the safety of the nation in which we thrive. I can't help but feel my being here is a mistake of some kind. Still, you have helped us before, though. Like during the attack on Grancel, remember? You came to everyone's aid there. Yeah! It could have gone really bad if you and your men hadn't showed up to help when you did. They're right. Then there was the fact that you assumed responsibility for defending the city while all of us escorted Chloe to Harken Gate. Yeah, you might have done some bad stuff in the past, but you're underselling yourself by saying you've never helped us before. Be that as may be, my good man, it's not as though you're the only one here who's performed terrible deeds. To use the occasion Joshua mentioned, while you valiantly defended Grancel, I was at Harken Gate threatening Liberal's safety. And Eric, thank you for that. And yet here I am, fighting alongside my friends without a care in the world. Yes, but that's because it's you, Olivier. The best thing to do here, in my personal opinion, is relax. I'm not sure boasting about not having a care in the world is something you should be doing. I have a different perspective on those events, Your Highness. You were only threatening the Burl on the surface. You had no intention of actually doing anything. On the contrary, you were trying to protect it. Ouch, Matty. The same can't be said for me. My conspiracy was of my own doing. Okay, but what about me? We were being used by you guys, yeah. But that doesn't change the fact we were a bunch of sky bandits who even hijacked an airship. But Her Majesty was gracious enough to give us another chance at life, and we're trying to make the most of it running under your company. Yeah, he's actually good playing the lute. That's one of the slightly galling points. He is actually a talented musician. I don't think our positions are all that different, honestly.
Well, you might have done things that you regret, but it's not the past that determines who you are. It's what you choose to do now.
Exactly! And it'd be a huge help if we had someone as baller as you fighting with us. Yes, Annalise genuinely said baller. So please, we could really use your help. Are you sure, Adelaide? Huh? You guys know each other? How did that happen? Oh! I went to visit your dad for something a while back, so that's when we met. Huh? Really? After all we've heard, I see no reason to refuse your company. If anything, we're eager to welcome you to our group with open arms, myself included. You could consider it aid given to the Gralsritter if that makes you less adverse to the idea. What do you say? Very well, you have my support. Woohoo! I'm so glad you're with us. Thank you.
I only hope I meet your expectations.
Incidentally, there is one thing I would like to confirm first. What would that be? You said that you believe everyone to have been surrounded by that white light and sent here at roughly the same time. When that happened, were you all wearing the same clothes that you are now? What kind of question is that? Now that you mention it, how come you're wearing your military uniform? I was under the impression that you'd left the armed forces. Oh, that's right.
Now the question makes sense. You were wearing something different when you were sent here, weren't you?
I was. Currently, I work out of an office in Ruined City, and since beginning work there, I've never once willingly worn my old uniform. When I was surrounded by that light, I was wearing a shirt and a pair of slacks, as I normally do. And yet somehow I find myself here in uniform. That's odd. It's not something that's happened to anyone else either. Oh, I have a thought. Perhaps the Lord of Phantasma decided the Colonel just wasn't sexy enough in anything else, and prepared that strapping uniform for him after bringing him here. Yeah, I don't think so. So, in addition to the other billion ways they're a weird freak, they've got a military uniform fetish too. I shouldn't entirely blame them if they did, though. Same. God damn it. I swear girls these days. This, by the way, is by far, without exception, the very best text box that has ever happened in any Trails game. This is possibly the most adorable that Tita has ever been, and I am so glad to have finally gotten to it. This is the sort of stuff that makes me love this series so much. What was that, Gazzy? Let's see. Oh, jeez. Really? Really? Hockey. Goes nicely with a persona penis. No! Thanks, Elsa's.
Still, there's clearly got to be something to it.
Rax, I'm known. Is that question marks to what I broke to, or is that question marks to what Zelsa said? Oh, congrats, Matty. A first solo non-training is always nerve-wracking, and I am really happy for you. That is really cool. And if you're talking about what Zelsa's, if you're wondering about what Zelsa's said, I may or may not be a slightly prolific tab gatherer. Shut up. Yes, Kazi, I can show you why. Temptation. Very temptation. This is the Japanese version of Hajimari no Kiseki. And there's a group called Zero Field who actually does overlays that allow you to overlay English fan translation over the Japanese. I am very tempted. I not should, but I am very tempted. Stop making me spend money, because I'm trying to save money, but I'm still very tempted. Okay, fair enough, Rax, but I do have 5 windows open. 6 if you count chat. Admittedly, they all have a purpose, but still. And this is the one that has by far the most tabs. But still, I have issues. That's why, by the way, I have this thing. This is the Great Suspender. This tab is completely passive. It doesn't drain any system resources. It doesn't drain any RAM. It's just suspended completely. So essentially, only when I click here does it reactivate and do I go to Twitter and probably see something I can't be bothered with. Oh, well then. Thank you, Arg. But yeah, I am extremely tempted, but at the same time, this would cost me about 50 euros, roughly, including shipping, which is still cheaper, by the way, than buying the port on Steam, which is 60 euros. But I'm also just waiting for the official translation, but that's only in 2023. So I am very tempted. But I shouldn't. I should save the muns. No, the English name for it is going to be Trails into Reverie. Or Trails from Reverie. Okay, now I need to know. It's going to be Trails into Reverie. Do the same thing, wait for the proper translation. Yeah, I know, but I could have it in a week. Yeah, I've already almost eaten one big spoiler. This game has 3 different storylines, one focusing on the protagonist of the Cold Steel saga, one focusing on the protagonist of the Crossbell saga, and one focusing on an as-yet unknown character who just goes by C. I almost got spoiled as to the true identity of C, because Falcom put out their 40th anniversary banner and t-shirt and logo and emblem and artwork, which shows C unmasked. Thankfully, Care Vader warned me beforehand. But I damn well near stepped right into that. Ergo, I am very tempted. We all know C is Harry Potter. Right. Anyway, let me get this over with so that we can finally get to Poxon's game, otherwise we're all going to go to bed way too late. Also, I am sweating like a pig. I really hope I'm not going to be falling back into this flu. I feel like I'm nearly over it, but so do I. as well as what this place really is to begin with. Interesting. In that case, let's put the matter aside for now. Do the Trails games with voices allow switching to Japanese? Yes. Initially, when Xseed ported the original Trails of Cold Steel games, the option wasn't there, but due to fan demand, they did decide on bringing in Japanese voices. Personally, I've always played with the English voices, so for me that's what I'm going to be using. But to those who prefer Japanese voice tracks, the option is there. The only ones that are accepted are, as Carvader noted, the PS3 versions. But if you're a new player, if you haven't bought the games yet, the PS4 or the PC versions are pretty much the definitive experiences anyway. The PC version especially, because the port was upgraded by Durante. And, you know, Durante is fairly good at what he does. Yeah, that's also more than fair, Beliar. I'm just incredibly used to the English voices. And, frankly, half the time, these days, I tend to prefer providing my own voices. You assholes have corrupted me. Now that that's settled, then, we should start getting ready to resume our investigation. Releasing Richard should hopefully have opened up a new path for us to follow. Yeah, so let's quickly equip and fix up Richard's stuff. Holy shit, yeah, that's put both of them well ahead of everyone else.
Take it.
Okay, Richard needs to upgrade his equipment and then some. Richard is very good. Where's my list? Let's see, Richard had... Oh yeah, he has a red central quartz, which is unusual for someone who has a relatively caster-focused quartz, but it's fine. Ruby, onyx... Do I still have... Oh, I only have 2 more. Crap, I need to be careful. Gold... Although I am reaching the point where I'm going to find the gems soon. Ruby, onyx, gold... What else did I have in that one? Confused 2. Really? I gave him a Confused 2? I'm not good. But that one's on T-Tab right now, so instead... no, you know what? A water gem, because yeah, HP. What's up, Boxon? Also for all the heals, and then a wood gem for all the impedes and more of the heals. Yeah, that turns him into both a spellcasting and a speed machine. I could actually... Okay, now he is actually broken. Also, equip a car. Oh no, wait, I found an Ugitsu Zenshin. So let me equip that. Possible, Belial. Like I said, once I'm done equipping him, I'm going to switch. I think I'm going to try to up his speed a bit more. That's +5. That's -5. Okay, that is a very significant speed boost. Not sure if I like the... On the other hand, it's only 10 strength. And 10 art strength. Shame about the art's defense, but the speed boost is immense. Actually, his dexterity isn't great to begin with, never mind. I'll just give him this. Oh god, best of luck, hand. Right, that's Richard fully equipped. Slurp. We'll do the talking to everyone a little bit later. I want to just double check one thing though. Because this door already opened. I thought it only opened once you had all 3 paths, so I want to know how long the paths behind these teleporters is. Because if it's just very quick to chest, I might as well grab those so I don't forget for next time. Good.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Very nice. I'll give you 1,000 mirror if you give back what you took. Nope, it's worth way more. Bye. But yeah, Richard is pretty good.
My. That was easy.
Also, Julia's a little behind the rest. Just a bit. Your secrets are safe with me. But are they? Okay, that's actually everything, so the continue point is just this big teleporter. Good. Right, I need to stop now, otherwise Boxon's not going to get his full hour, and that would suck for him. And I'm not an arsehole. So, let me shut down Trails in the Sky the Third. To those of you who are watching on YouTube, let me very quickly turn on screen cap, because, I mean, look at this, it's adorable. Ignore all the icons, but look at this, it's adorable. Seriously, one of the few times I make a screenshot just to immediately decide, yep, wallpaper. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, to those of you watching on YouTube, that's going to be the end of this VOD, because I'm going to be swapping to another game. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to catch you in the next VOD. But for now, I want to bid you a very good night, and I hope to see you next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe and push a comment. One day that'll feel natural. And one day I won't say that at the end of a video. Laters!